welcome to the Debate Network.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for...
Go fuck yourself. Off is the direction you can fuck.
How's everybody's father feeling today?
Go fuck yourself.
Let me talk to you.
We are fucking back! We're back! Classic! We are back!
That's right, folks. We are back, and welcome everyone to the Circle Debate in Time Wrestling Podcast, episode 222. 222. Okay? 222. That's right. The road to Annihilation, because that's what we're heading to. Because we got not next weekend, we do have Full Gear, but you know, that's what we're heading to. Besides AEW, there's a lot of annihilations happening in the world of professional wrestling, folks. But of course, you already know I'm not alone, ladies and gentlemen. The host of the team is what I've been seeing. Wow, with my familiar. Yeah, this man right here. Yes, I know the attorney at law is not with us today, but he'll be back with us next week. He had to go do some attorney stuff. You know what I mean? He just had to. He had a call for someone taking a long shit, and he's like, I need to sue this fucking bathroom. So there you go. So he had to go over there and handle that. Give him a free can of Pepsi. That's what he did. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, I have the two-time, going to be three-time, that's right, network champion and first-time European champion. Because he needs to be, because I'm tired of, who, the soulless man, who you are, you're listening to. But this man right here, he's a redeemer.
Because I'm not just the coolest, and I'm not just the best.
The Redeemer is back.
That is right. It's me. It's that J-I-T. It is your Redeemer. It is Thursday, Circle of Debate. We are live, and you know what that means. It is game over.
Oh, that's right. That is holy. It is holy. That's right. That is right. And of course, shout out to everybody. Yeet, Mr. Yeet Man right there, Marcus. World Elite. That's right. And shout out to Double J. Ain't he great? Jordan from World Elite. That's right. And we got Kayla.
What is good?
He's oh gosh, Ivan. The crappy case for Pepsi Fill in progress. He can fix your shit.
That was the one.
That's the one. Indubitably.
Yeah.
There you go. And that's number, what is it? Let me see. I didn't touch it.
Oh my
number
God.
79, folks.
Bro.
79.
Oh my Lord. We are really pumping for 100.
We're gonna do 100. We're gonna try to do it today. Hopefully tomorrow, which by the way, folks, tomorrow will be a first time here on Circle Debate.
Ooh.
Kayla and the Redeemer and friends, maybe with benefits, who knows, depending. We'll be hosting the watch along for SmackDown. But man, I'm excited for that. And hopefully we'll get an answer about TRWT as well. So there's a lot of things happening here in the world of professional wrestling and on this channel. But man, let's see here. Let's see. Oh, hey, what's going on, Logan? Appreciate you, brother, for tuning in. Happy Thursday to you, Dusty. We're getting a little crazy last night with Indubitably. There you go. Number 80, folks. Oh, shit. Number
Yeah,
80.
the spirit of the American dream showed up and decided to give us a little bit of the I word right there.
Oh man, there's a lot of thoughts. Before we get into Raw and NXT and AEW, there's one thing I wanted to get, and also the previous SmackDown. But there is one thing that happened last week on SmackDown. I know we talked about it before, but now that it's finally, you heard our prayers. But it is time for Debate of the Week time now, folks. That's right. That's right. Debate of the Week, because this is the biggest question. As we saw this past Friday, Nick Aldis introduced. Thanks, Papa H. Thank you. Fucking listen to you see, you've been listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcast, anywhere. You've been watching us digressing, bitching about a mid-card title for these women. And it's here. Finally, we get a women's United States Championship. The biggest question, though, that I have for our Redeemer here is, should be going of both brands for Raw and SmackDown? Should Raw have their own mid-card title, like an Intercontinental? Because I was looking at the roster for SmackDown. It's not much compared to what Raw has on the women's side. That's why, the only thing we have is just the tag team titles that goes to both, well, basically 3 brands for NXT as well.
True.
Remember, keep in mind, folks, we don't call NXT developmental. It's not. It is its own fucking brand.
Yes.
That I could tell you. But the biggest question here is, man, should this be what were your thoughts of it? Then the second question is on top of that, should this be the one for both brands? And the last one, which is the biggest one of the debate, who should be crowned the first ever Women's United States Championship? The floor is yours.
Man, I was so happy to see this announcement. Like, I will say this. It's a lot of people were, of course, complaining that they couldn't even come up with a unique idea, like different belt concept. Like, come on, guys. Listen, we're finally getting a mid-card championship for the women. About goddamn time. Holy hell. Like, I marked out watching that because just like this, NXT's already proven right now that a singles mid-card championship works for the women. Look at that North American championship they have for the women over there right now, and look how well it's doing so far since it's been introduced. Now, the main roster's got this right now. And honestly, I don't mind it if they end up introducing the Intercontinental title, like for the opposite brand. But honestly, I wouldn't be against them just having it just be this one title and you float it across both brands eventually. Because even if they do the thing that I have been basically clamoring for a long time now, and that's just ending the brand split. Now you have one big giant women's roster together with one mid-card championship. Now every one of those women that's basically in the mid-card gets a chance to shine, gets a title to compete for right now. Something that they honestly, I feel like, deserve. Man, it's so exciting for this. Like, this is going to this should succeed. Like, as sad as the tag team titles have been for the women and how bad that's been, sadly, it's just, God, I wish I could. I hate always crapping on those tag team titles, but they just don't invest in that division. They don't have a division big enough. And it's sad because they have that chance to go between Raw, between SmackDown, between NXT, and they still just keep forgetting about bringing those tag team titles to NXT. And I don't understand why they keep doing that. But it's just, if now that these women have a singles championship to fight for, and you don't have to worry about throwing together teams, separating them in like 2 weeks, and then putting them back together again later down the road, try to rebuild the tag team division again. I'm pumped for this. I'm super pumped for this. I have basically 3 options here that I think fits the first champion here. Honestly, first one right now I'm going to start off with is Mia Yim or Michin, whichever one you want to call her.
I call her Mia Yim. I'm tired of calling her Michin.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not used to calling her Michin. I've gotten like kind of used to it, but it's just like, it's Mia Yim. It's freaking Mia Yim. That's it.
Yes.
But man, she's again veteran. You want your first champion to start off with a bang, you have the veteran in Michin or Mia Yim freaking win the title first. I think that's a perfect way to start it off.
I agree.
My second option would be Naomi, because again, like we've seen her win the women's championship, and I feel like she's kind of gotten the shaft a few times, with the women's championship, because they just don't really invest in her run a lot, which is disappointing. But I think her holding the United States Championship's a good way to go with it, because that would immediately put her in like contention for Grand Slam status for the women, which is great.
That's true. You're right. Now that they added that title, it could be a now Grand Slam champion. Absolutely right.
And the one that everybody keeps saying, I say Chelsea Green is the other option.
Oh my God.
Yes. Chelsea has done a fantastic job. She's getting herself over organically.
Yes.
It's not anything like, it's crazy how that character she has, where she's basically just can I talk to the manager? Excuse me. Like, it's
I like that.
It's like a new generation Vicky Guerrero almost, which is weird, but in like a weird way, but it's like actually enjoyable. Chelsea rules. Chelsea in ring is great as well. Like, she is, honestly, I think she's done so much, and that's been amazing. I think she deserves a championship run. Like, no worries about her and Piper winning the tag team titles right now at this point. If you want it to come down the road, I say Chelsea wins the title. I would love it to see Chelsea actually get a singles championship in WWE, because look at how much of the like sadly bad luck she's had, where it's just like she's there and then she got injured, and that was all in the beginning of her run in WWE, and then she left and then came back, and now look what she's done. She's had these crazy moments in Money in the Bank. She's had the dumpster match with Michin. She's there, and everybody loves her right now. Like, I would love it to see her as champion. So right now you got three options that I think make the most sense there. But yeah, this for the women is a absolute A+ right now.
I agree. It's a plus. But in this case, how would you book? Let's say if they do make the title for both brands, how would you book this tournament wise, or like kind of like a continental style, or triple threats? Like each everybody, like how they've been normally doing triple threats, and whoever gets there will be a triple threat. How would you book this for this to crown the first ever women's champion?
Well, if you want to make it like I'd say do it like how they did with the world title. If it's going to be that, and you're going to have this be a float between two brands championship, and you don't introduce a second mid-card title, if you only introduce the one, you have them go out there, you have them basically do the half side as Raw, half side as SmackDown.
There you go.
And then go from there. Because honestly, like the world title tournament really worked when they did that Raw and SmackDown together. Yes, it made it quite obvious that Raw's side was going to win that.
Yep.
At least this kind of makes it a little more interesting, because yes, we introduced this title on SmackDown, but that don't mean that a Raw woman can't win this title. So
that's true.
Honestly, I think you can do it that way. Both sides of it, you end up culminating it in a Raw versus SmackDown women on each one-on-one. I think that's how you do it here. You just recreate the world title tournament that you did when you reintroduced the world title, and go from there.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be, it's so tough for me. I do want to just be for both brands. If they're not going to create an intercontinental, if they are, then of course. But the problem here for SmackDown is that they need to really start calling up, women in that roster, because I was looking at it today. The current roster, they don't have enough. They need a lot more, and that's just Raw women's roster has more than the women's on SmackDown. They need to really start either make some trades or send someone over to SmackDown from Raw, or a call up from NXT, which, we already know that Jakara and Lash Legends, they're getting tested in right now the main roster, but they're more of a tag team, but they can still compete as individuals. You know, and you still have. Don't forget on SmackDown. I mean, you still have. There's one girl that I think this will give another opportunity to for that belt, and that's Blair Davenport. That woman, I think she could do something. I think she could do something besides. I do want Mia Yim to be the first one. I think she should be. She busted her ass. She got released. She came back. She busted her ass to get to where she's at right now. And it's hard because it's either between her and Selena Vega, because even her is another one that really bitched on social media saying, "Where's my? Give me the ball. Let me run with it." So it's like another one there that that deserves to have a shot as well. Send her to SmackDown, might as well, and let's see what she could do with that. I wouldn't mind seeing. I just want this belt to become like the Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Savage era. I can just go on with the history of the Intercontinental, but make this one too for the U.S. belt for that type of era. And tournament wise, like I mentioned, half and half. If that's the case, if it's going to go for both brands, if they're not going to create an Intercontinental one, that's what I'm like. They better not do that fucking bullshit Netflix title, because that's bullshit. No, please do not do that. Do not make the women's Netflix title.
Oh no!
Hell
please
no.
No.
What's going on, Tamatanga? You see, Shayna would have. Yeah, Shayna too.
If they introduce an IC title, there's a good way to start it off. Shayna's kind of on the brunt end of everything lately.
Yeah, if they introduce an Intercontinental for Raw, then yes, I would either between Zoe Stark or Shayna.
Yes.
I think one of them will do great. I heard Logan. I know Kairi Sane is another one too. Yes. She became the first ever IWGP Women's Champion. I remember that, of course. But it's a tough one. It's a tough one here. But it's at least it's going to make the titles more invested and more intriguing.
Yes.
And hopefully this belt gives the opportunity for the women to get their shine where they deserve to have. And Papa H, give them fucking TV time. That's what you need to do. Now they're going to be adding 3 hours on SmackDown next year. Give them the time. And you're going to bring back 1 hour for Raw. Give them the time. If you're going to create another belt for it. But please do not fucking do the Netflix title. No, we don't want that shit. Hell no.
This woman right here that's right below me. Right there. Blair Davenport.
That's another one.
Let this be the friggin' moment where we can start bringing her back first off.
Yes.
Why is she not been on TV in months? It's ridiculous.
I know.
But this United States title should also be the thing like the Intercontinental Championship has always been for the men. This is your lead up to the main championship. This is what the United States title should be for the women. This should be their start to getting them to the the main women's championship. You give them the run with this United States title first.
Yes, I agree. It's going to be it's Rusty. What's going on?
What's good, Rusty?
We appreciate you for tuning in. Happy Thursday to you, brother. Yeah, Logan, when women on an IC title of Raw on the yes, if that's the case, Logan, then that's fine. But it just right now, it just more SmackDown for me. They need to update. Send some women either from Raw if it's too overpacked, to SmackDown, or call up from NXT. A couple of them. I would have said not all of them, because right now that women's division is the hottest thing in NXT right now. And I don't give a damn what anybody says. We've been saying it, the Redeemer and I, for quite some time right now. Yes. It's the hottest thing going on right now in the women's division on all women's professional wrestling. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh my God. I'm waiting for the announcement. How's he going to do it? The tournament? Is he going to do a fucking ladder match, War Games for this? Oh my God.
Oh my Lord.
We did see. Remember when they first introduced a North American one for the women's on NXT? They did the same thing for a ladder match. If they could do the same thing for SmackDown, I wouldn't mind it. I think who has the advantage of the ladder is between Chelsea Green and Mia Yim. They have the advantage of that. And
I just thought of a really interesting way you could also do this. We have Survivor Series coming up very soon.
Oh, that's right.
I know a lot of people have floated out the fact that we should get at least one traditional Survivor Series tag match. which a lot of people have, I've seen a few people say that should be saved for a certain story that's happening on Monday Night Raw. We'll jump into that when we get there. Honestly, I say if you want to do a women's Survivor Series matchup, you can do Raw versus SmackDown. You do a bunch of the women that are going to be involved in this championship scene right now, honestly, from both sides. And I would say the winning team goes on, no matter how many people are left, even if the 5 women of the winning team go on to a ladder match for the women's championship.
That is a fantastic idea. Hell yeah, it's a fantastic idea.
If you don't want to do a tournament and you just you don't want to do we just repeated what we did with the world title, then fine. You want to do something good with it, then have the women go all out. The 5 women in a Survivor, the 5-on-5 from both brands, opposite sides go at it. The winning team's members go into a ladder match for the United States Championship.
Oh, fuck.
That way we'll know where the title starts first, Raw or SmackDown.
You just see, this is why you got to give this man the sharpener, the pencil, because this man knows how to book, damn it. I'm telling you, he knows how to book.
Book it and
That's
sharp.
Right.
I love it.
Yes.
That's right. And it's no, Notorious. The Notorious DOM. They're my boys. What's going on? Just devious.
Yeah,
that's right. We're just devious in time. That's where we're at it. If Triple H comes up with a Netflix, then I'm starting to fight for barbecue.
Man, we're going to the Levisque barbecue, and we're going to cause some discombobulation.
That's right. Give the title to Chelsea Green and have her do the Miss America. Oh my God, Debbie!
Oh my God,
that is a great idea. Yes.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my God.
It'd be like when Kevin Owens won the United States title and
that's
went out
right.
there. Oh, it'd be so good. Chelsea, yes, please.
That would be so awesome.
Book it.
Even Rusty's with you. See, book it. That's right. You know what? Teddy mentioned that. That kind of reminds me how, besides the one you mentioned to Kevin Owens, but kind of like how what's her name? What's Santino's daughter's in NXT? What's her name?
Ariana Grace.
Ariana Grace. Like how she could be she's the Miss NXT universe.
I love her.
Oh, I do love her too.
So
I feel like
good.
if Chelsea wins the belt and she becomes that way, oh my God.
It'd be so good.
I think it would be good. And then Dom's saying, imagine if the winner of the Rumble got the U.S. title and became #1 contender.
That'd be wild. You win the United States title and you get a chance at the main championship. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Either way, you're walking out with a win. You're either walking out with the United States title or you're getting a chance to walk out with both titles. So
that's right.
It's a really win-win situation for the Rumble winner then.
That's right. What's going on, C. Henry? Appreciate you tuning in. He's respectfully speaking of the main roster doesn't book the women that's strong to have a secondary title. NXT, I understand why they're the secondary, of course. And it has been very great. I'll tell you that, C. Henry. But man, there's so many ways how you can book this shit, man. I just don't know how can you book this belt. That's where I'm just I'm lost on this one. I don't know how to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know how to book this shit. It's
something different, they have options, you don't have to just always go the generic tournament route. You have ways to go about it. Like you can do qualifying matches to do a fatal 5-way. You could do a ladder match. You could, if you want to do the tournament thing, it's fine. But either way, like I said, you can, I say float this title right now.
Yes, I agree. I definitely agree. All right. So now we're going to go move to Raw, folks.
Yes.
Look what happened on Raw. Man. All I know is that if you guys didn't see Raw Dogging with Dom and friends.
With benefits.
Oh, I went ape shit. Oh my God. We finally got it. It's going to happen. I got it. Where the fuck is 90? Damn it. Give me the fucking white 6 and Final Testament.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's going to be fucking insane. Just seeing those two. Put him in War Games, please.
Yeah.
Put him in the fucking War
Yes.
Games. Papa H, if you're listening, you're watching, please put him in that War Games. All of them. Intergender, first time ever. There, Scarlett Bordeaux can make her in-ring debut. Mickey, oh my God, just make it happen, baby.
What I want.
Do it, Evan. Fucking do it. It just is like, oh. Because that would be definitely, I could tell you, it could be definitely. It would be definitely glorious. I'll tell you that. If that happens. I mean, we did see that happening on Raw. And then we got, Io Sky, of course, is the number one contender, but we're seeing what's going on with the potential that she's having right now that Rhea's out. And yes, folks, just to clarify one thing, we do not, and you got Redeemers, you're my witness. We're not fucking piece of shit Seltzer, especially his stupid ass, or the jackass of Alvarez or Sean Ross Applewhite Keller. I know you guys may read the spoilers for the next following Raw. We're still gonna do Raw Dog in here because we haven't read the spoilers, so we don't want to read.
We've avoided them, so
we avoided them because we want to know what's gonna happen next week on Raw. We want to see it live with y'all
right?
and enjoy it. Not be reading that bullshit. Enjoy it. And shout out to Papa H for giving them that, ahead of time because they're going to be off for the week.
Yes.
For that following week, for giving them off to take a mini week vacation, go be with friends and families, enjoy Thanksgiving. That's fucking awesome. See, Papa H is doing a fucking great job. See, that's how you do it. Not the other piece of shit McNugget.
Cares about the well-being of his roster.
Exactly. He's not about like, hey, pal, these are here. None of that bullshit.
Let me tell you something, guys. We need you to go out there and make sure that you're there even during Thanksgiving. Forget your families, go out there and do it for the WWE universe.
That's right. Let's see. I know we hate it too.
It's annoying. It's only annoying because of the fact that, social media goes on there and just goes, hey, this happened on Raw and this happened and this was taped. Like, why do you guys do that?
Yeah.
What kind of enjoyment do you get out of that? Like, you just basically tell people, hey, don't bother watching the show. We'll just show you what happened here. It's like, what if people want to actually watch the show?
Exactly.
Just throwing it on social media. Like, some people just scroll through social media and don't expect to be like, oh man, well, you ruined my freaking excitement to watch the show next week. Like, it's so stupid.
It is. It's like it's impossible to avoid it. Shake my head. I open Twitter and I see it. Open on Facebook, I see it. But happy they're getting time off for sure. Yeah. I mean, we got to give credit what credit's due. Papa H. He's giving really hits the roster, the time, and hey, you need a break, take a break. He's not overwhelming them with a lot of things, and that's one thing I could have. And I'm looking at this at marketing level, like it just. It makes sense why they're cutting down on live events. They're cutting down on a lot of things and more invested in on television and in more social media. I get it, and not in doing the tapings. I get it. It's at least we're not getting, that's one thing that I Redeemer and I avoid is I don't want to read that shit. I just want to get invested and see. I don't want to be like, I already know what's going to happen and change channel. No, I want to see what the hell is going on.
Right. So, I made it through the pandemic shows, which were basically all fucking taped every freaking single day. They were taped like 3 weeks or more in advance every single time. And it's like, they would probably spoil that all over social media. And you know what? I didn't friggin' acknowledge any of it. Cause you know why? I don't care if we were sitting there in front of freaking one person or 100,000 people. I wanted to watch the damn show. I don't need people ruining the freaking experience for me. Like, it's just stupid.
I get you, Rusty, but regardless if they remove it, you still got piece of shit Seltzer who's going to tell the whole world anyways. He's going to tell the whole world what's going on. And Brian Alvarez. Oh, Dylan! World Elite.
World Elite.
That's right. We got all three right here.
But to go off what Rusty just said, honestly, I think so too. Like, I know, how Tony Khan goes around there and it's like where people start constantly showing stuff from AEW and they freaking, will basically have you remove it. WWE needs to kind of be on that kind of stuff and just be like, hey, listen, there may be people that kind of want to see this show. We don't need you being, the negative Nancy and just being like, hey, don't bother watching the show. Just look at this clip here. Like, just get on that stuff and get it off of there. So that way everybody else is like, damn.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I see. I agree. See, until all the Meltzers, if WWC post-tape shows, they'll ban from all shit. That's what they should. Yeah, they should do that.
I wouldn't go that extreme. Like I said, I would just say, just take their stuff away. Just take their clips away from them at that point.
Or just say like no phones allowed. That's it, or something.
Yeah, that should honestly be the thing when it comes to tape shows, because it's like the people that are at the shows are the ones that are really doing this. That you'll see on social media that are doing that, other than the like the dirt sheets and everything like that. But other than that, you'll see like it's mostly the people at the tapings that are sitting there, and they'll pull up their phones and they'll record stuff, and then they'll throw it on their social media to be like, oh, look what we saw. It's WWE needs to just watch that stuff and just be like, okay, no, you need to remove that. You need to remove that. Like, you don't have to go to the extreme and just be like, you're done. You can't go to any more shows. Like, just something.
I agree. Zaria, what is it? I keep forgetting. Is it Zyra or Saraya, or what the fuck is it? How you pronounce her name?
Zarya,
thank you. Oh, fuck, I gotta learn how to fucking pronounce it. Has become my favorite wrestler. I want her to beat Roxanne. It's too soon, but we'll get into NXT, Tammy.
Aura.
We'll get into NXT. Allow me to break some news. TR, the Top Rope Wrestling Talk, will be back Saturday night to celebrate the 5th anniversary. There you go, folks. TRWT will be back this Saturday, finally. I know this has been a lot of, with the whole hurricane versus everything, what's been going on in the world, folks. Nothing is, everybody's fine. It's just, of course, getting everything situated. But now they're back. They're going to be back this Saturday. So don't forget, you got to tune in because you're going to be hearing this on Saturday.
That's how I feel when only person who can stop you is the man in the mirror. When you look down at your wrists and you see money. When you look at your shoes and you see money. When that scarf on your neck means money.
This is Zip Squad, bitch.
Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on. Living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss.
You're gonna hear that on Saturday, folks. I'm excited to see them all, man. Can't wait to see Bruce and Grandma Wendy. Oh, yeah.
Wendy.
Where's the clip? I guess I like to play that clip. Damn it, Wendy. We miss you.
Yes.
And yes, I gotta play that.
High Class, we miss you too.
Oh yes, High Class, we do miss you too. Where yes? Oh, Wendy.
Oh, Wendy.
That's right. Oh, that's it. Awesome. I cannot wait, Notorious. If I was WWE or any other person promotion, if they do tape shows and IWC post spoilers, I have their taking accounts taken down.
Maybe have like a strike system. Maybe Elon Musk should do something like that, where it's like a strike system where, like certain people, like if you start breaking like some kind of guidelines, or like if something like WWE catches you doing kind of stuff like that, where you're posting spoilers, and it starts like, that's when it starts, and they have you take it down. That's like a strike. Just start giving like strikes till the point where it's like 3 strikes, and then you're testing yourself to basically be like, you can toe the edge of your account getting taken down.
I could agree with that. That's for sure. But other than that, besides that, I know we derailed, folks, but it was the Raw that then we did get Bronson Reed doing a promo. But man, what could I say? It was a great promo, I know, and then we see him and Seth Rollins. Of course, I'm saving 2 topics for last because I'm gonna let every team break that down for us. Because there was 2 things besides one that I already mentioned, but there was 2 things that happened there on Raw that got me really invested. But I'm gonna let you break that down to it right now in a moment before I get to pass it to you. So then we had, I think it's a breakup already. It looks like it's over. I think it is. I don't know what's the rumors in your windows, folks, that Xavier, I don't think he's leaving. He's gonna resign. He ain't going fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Come on, he's making fucking money, and then what? Up, down, down. You think they're supporting it? You think that he's gonna escape from that? I'm like, no. He might take a vacation. Okay, that's fine, but he's not gonna go. I'm sorry, folks. If you guys thinking that he might go to another promotion, it's not gonna happen. I'm telling you that right now. Xavier Woods is not going nowhere. He's WWE for life. He found a way, and he got himself there. I give him credit where credit is due. Is it time for him to be a heel? Why not? I know at least that story got us a little bit invested to see who's going to turn heel is the biggest question. That's where it just, we haven't seen Kofi be heel since when they introduced the New Day, when it was born. They were kind of, they're goofy heel. But now they're their faces, it's we haven't seen the aggressiveness of neither of one of them. I mean, Kofi, we could say for Mania, of course, Kofi Mania, but that's a whole different story. He was telling his story. But aggressively, I haven't really seen that from Kofi or from Xavier. I really haven't, and barely seeing it now. And that's where I'm actually intrigued to see who the hell's going to turn heel on this. Who's going to be the one punching who first? I wanted to see who's going to do it. Or, I swear, it does remind me of the Edge and Christian shit. I don't know why it does, but something tells me it might happen in a way. And I will be shocked, Redeemer, if fucking Kofi's the one that turns heel. I would be shocked. I would be fucking shocked. Like, whoa.
Oh
my God. I can't wait.
This whole time we think it's Woods and it's just going to be Kofi. Like, that'd be freaking ridiculous.
What's going on? He might go get his bread and butter, move on to toasted. That's right. Bread and butter. That's right. 2 for 1.
I think that's the interesting part about the story, though, is the fact that we don't know at this point who's going to turn, because it kind of come off as either one of them could do it.
I know that's the thing. One of them could do it. And shout out to GETCHO podcast. GETCHO podcast. That's right.
What is good, homie?
What is good, Just? And I mean, we already know. Just if you want Xavier to go make some, not rated, not rated P, rated R. You want him to be TVMA doing doing this.
No.
Do you want him to do that? No. I don't know about that. I think we've seen enough of that guy already. I think people in the community.
He's going to be Xavier Woods, the lumberjack.
And then see Biggie. Rusty said Biggie returned to goes heel. I don't know, Rusty.
Wild. I'm not gonna lie.
Too. That's a tough one there, man.
I think that's the one that I think is very unlikely to happen because, like, again, this whole thing has just basically been Woods and Kofi, and again, it's towing that line of just who's going to be the one to turn, because Woods is all just, Kofi's the one making mistakes, but Kofi's at the point where he's tired of Woods just being an absolute dick. Like, it would justify Kofi turning on Woods because it's just like Woods just stopped giving a damn out of nowhere, and Kofi still gives a damn. Like, that's Kofi just is sick and tired of his crap, which I could see happening. But Woods is kind of on that same exact thing where it's almost kind of justified, where it's just like Kofi's been over there, talking to R-Truth. Again, like he said on Monday, throwing him under the bus. Yeah. And now it's just like they've been losing constantly. It's almost like, again, like Woods says, Kofi is not paying attention. He's not putting the focus of the team on the tag team titles. There's so much justification on both ends. It's so tough to tell what route do you go.
That's At least it got us invested to see what route they're gonna go with. That's what I'm curious to see. What are they gonna do? What route are they gonna go to? Is what I'm really like. Rusty even got me thinking of. Imagine if let's say if Biggie is able to return, but he would be a manager. He's the one pursuing Xavier to turn heel. And so the hell with Kofi. Oh my God. There's so much way to how to book this shit. It's like, fuck. But I'm gonna let you take over, with of course your thoughts of the Final Testament and the wife, but there was everything else overall what I mentioned, but there's 2 things that I did not mention. I want you to mention and give your thoughts about. One, the promo is between the guy in the middle and the one next to him, and the one next to him and the one next to that person. So the floor is yours, my brother. Take it away. You're breaking it down for us.
All right, I'm gonna run through the Wyatt Six stuff since we didn't really like fully get into that. I'm pumped for this feud. I am excited for that feud. It is gonna be wild to see that finally happen because I would love it as intergender war games. It would be amazing. But that's the matchup that I think should be, if you're going to do a traditional Survivor Series tag, that's your traditional Survivor Series tag right there. Intergender Survivors, the first ever intergender Survivor Series tag team match.
That's right.
Would be wild in its own right. Like,
yes,
it would be fun because then it's, if it comes down to, say, you know, Final Testament runs through the rest of the Wyatt Six and leaves Howdy by himself to the point where Howdy runs through them all by himself. Like, that's insane. That'd be a crazy ass moment. Like, I don't know how much I feel like, I don't know. This is tough because I hate the fact that we don't treat Final Testament correctly with this. I agree. What it is about Karrion Kross that WWE just does not want to get behind, and it sucks.
I don't know, right? He has the charisma. He has, like, man, like the day
he's
that
a damn good in ring worker too. Like, I don't know why people don't think he's that good. Like, honestly, like I said, the only issue I've ever had with Karrion Kross's in ring work is he needs to just turn up the intensity. This man is a fucking bona fide killer. And this man, sometimes I feel like his arsenal is just like not that strong. It needs to be some more just like stiffer kicks, harder shots, like choking people out with submissions, something. I want to see that kind of killer, like that. I want to see the killer cross, that kind of stuff inside Karrion Kross. Like, it's wild that it does that. It's, again, I just don't know what WWE doesn't want to get behind Kross. He just is there again. And I hate that so much. But honestly, like, again, this is going to be interesting because is this going to be the first time that the Wyatt Six take an L? It could be interesting. The Final Testament kind of really needs it. Instead of just being that one big, you know, what's supposed to be a intimidating, spooky faction, and then you have them in there with the Wyatt Six. Why are they not going in there to just basically be like, listen, you guys may be, you know, a bunch of like crazy people, but like, we're the OG, like, crazy people. Like, we will end you kind of situation. Like, I see that.
I like that.
I feel like Wyatt Six needs to, even if they take the L, it's not like it's going to ruin the Wyatt Six. It's going to really benefit Final Testament in the end, which is good because, again, they're really not in there. It just needs to be Karrion and Scarlett. Oh, man.
They tried that, honestly, you know, it just
and
didn't.
I like the OP as it with them. It's great.
Yes. I feel that the gimmick works. It just, like how you were mentioning, they're not giving it the fucking the time and giving them stories. You know, that's the only thing that gets to me.
Yes, but I'm excited for that feud. I want to see what's going to come out of that. Is this the time where you start to kind of invest in Final Testament, where, again, Wyatt Six takes one loss? It's not really going to hurt them that much. That way we can kind of keep this going to the point where Wyatt Six ends up getting the win in the end. I'm not against it, really. I don't hate it. I'm not going to be pissed if Wyatt Six, or I know there's going to be a lot of people on social media where it's like, you had the Wyatt Six take a loss already? What is it really do? It doesn't hurt them. You're helping a faction that desperately needs a win to continuously look dominant. They did a great job making them look dominant, and Miz looked like freaking smart by the way he, you know, played the Wyatt Six to draw them out to the point where, you know, he did out of the Wyatt Six. It was great.
Yes, he did.
So honestly, yeah, I say you go with it. You go with the fact that you give Final Testament the win here. Honestly, it's gonna be, again, this feud is really, really interesting. Wyatt Six, Kross in his ominous, you know, dark kind of promos that he cuts, I think the promos, at least an entire thing, if we keep it going, could be really good. And just again, it's done something that I don't really do, and that's get behind Miz for a while. Like Miz, he's always been hit or miss for me. Like, yeah, he cuts some great promos, but after a while, he gets the same freaking promos. His in-ring work, he's another one that I always see that situation where I look at him and just go, man, he has got some weak offense. Man needs to like turn it up a little bit.
Yes.
But
and Tom, the future. What's going on?
What is good, broadcast?
Man, if you're watching SmackDown already, or you already seen it,
He's probably already at the halfway mark of SmackDown.
He's probably the halfway. See, now just got you now. He's got you.
There you go. See, I'm excited for the feud for the most part. I'm really pumped for this because this has been something that I feel like a lot of us have been anticipating. We're ready to see it. We're getting it. Let's see where it's going to go from here. I'm gonna jump to the Priest and Gunther stuff. That promo to kick off the show, Priest absolutely cooked Gunther. My one glaring issue with the entire thing is how weak we're making Gunther look in the process. This might be the weakest look on Gunther we have seen ever. Like, they made him almost look like he was terrified of Priest. And I'm like, why is Gunther, your current world champion, the man that we have seen that's gone out there, you know, not only put on these freaking epic matches that he does, he is the ring general. This man is petrified of Damian Priest. I'm like, this is weird. I don't like that. Gunther, if he was going to cut the promo, he should have cut a damn good promo in the process, and then Priest could have delivered one right back, and that way they would have felt like they were on the same playing field. This felt like Gunther was down here and Priest was up here, and I don't know if I like that, really. Like, how you just out of nowhere.
Now, you want to answer Rusty's question there.
I still think Priest could win and set up Gunther Cody 2. Why is it got to be Gunther Cody 2? I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. I don't think Priest needs to win it back. I don't even honestly genuinely know who the hell in the future takes that title off of Gunther.
As long as it ain't Goldberg. It better not be fucking Goldberg. Hell no.
I'll tell you this. I've seen people say CM Punk. I don't think CM Punk needs to win the title.
No, he
Punk
doesn't.
does not need, especially with the future coming up with him and Seth Rollins. We don't need him and Seth Rollins to have the world title involved in it.
No, Streets. Well, shout out to my boy, Streets.
Good,
man.
Streets.
Punk belt at the Streets. Why? No.
Why?
No. Oh, look who's back. Guess who's back? Back again. I am back. Indubitably. Oh, you said it, Edward. Edward, if you're here, guess what number we're in because you just got it right now.
I'm gonna tell you that man right there
number
is going
81,
to be
baby.
The absolute first person when that shirt freaking comes out. He's gonna be the first person to buy it as soon as it comes.
Yeah, I'll send it to him for free. This shit because it's like.
Yeah, I was disappointed on how they treated Gunther in this situation. I just felt like we were downplaying Gunther a little bit. And I look at that and go, that's a problem. How do you make him look so dominant for so many months? And then it's just this one time because for one split second, he showed respect to Cody at Crown Jewel. Mm-hmm. And you're just like, well, this is the time where we got to make Gunther look incredibly like below Priest. I'm like, no, that's not how that works. He has not even looked weak whatsoever. You just made other people look strong to be on Gunther's level. And that's the problem. And this just felt so opposite. And I don't know. Like, again, I thought the promo was great. Priest did a fantastic job. Priest has always been that kind of guy to me. Like, when I listen to his promos, I just kind of look at him and go, yeah, that kind of wasn't it. And then I hear him do like other ones. And I just go, yeah, that's the one right there. This was one of those. That's the one right there. Because again, it left Gunther baffled. But again, I don't know why. It just felt like you just did Gunther wrong in this situation. But I was, in the end, I'm I feel like we should have. I don't know. I still wanted to see Dom win that Fatal 4-Way and just have it be a one-off and then save this for Saturday night's main event, honestly, instead of just doing it so soon.
Okay.
But I'm excited. Their first match when Gunther won the world title, it was a very damn good match. So I'm pumped to see them watch them run it back. So I'm pumped for that one.
Okay. And see, Street says gotta be Punk because when it happens, is what happened when they gave it to the belt to Gunther. The inevitable dodge of the main eventers of the roster. Really, Streets?
Wow. Streets.
Oh my god. We gotta get Streets on one day, man. I know.
That'd be so good to get him on with this.
I definitely want to hear his.
Again, that casual aspect, from Streets, would just be so good to have. Like, we're like the big time, wrestling, and he's like the casual guy, and it's like to have that casual side in there would be kind of dope to have on the show. So,
oh fuck yeah! But I get what you're saying. I still feel though that they're putting Gunther to take out the old school when he came to NXT, like UK. He was aggressive. He came aggressive and didn't give a fuck type of style. I feel that Damien's going to wake that up from him. And maybe down the line, he's going to separate himself from Ludwig Kaiser. And you know what? Go do your own shit.
Oof.
I'm going to be on my own. Like, I don't need you. Like, maybe him be that way and build his ego up. I feel this story, and I love the promo. I think it was a great promo. We finally get to see that from Damien, and he's confident that he has that promo. It's like, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I wanted to see that from him. And I feel that he could do I think the first match between them at SummerSlam was great. I feel like they could do better on match number 2. It's Survivor Series. But we're gonna I hope they go NXT style. Give me NXT style, fucking take over and just beat the shit out of you, and then have Gunther finally say, I'm the better man. No, I'm not soft. And him after that, then becoming aggressive and saying, who's fucking next? Come on, anybody. And then I think that's what's missing. That's why Gunther's reign has not been as well. More like, oh, hey, don't get me wrong. He has been matches, but it's just the way how he's being booked is too soft. And maybe this is maybe the story for Damien to wake up that aggression from him and to become an annihilator for the whole roster for Raw. Maybe so. I mean, you're not wrong what you're saying, but I'm just saying that maybe what about it could be that maybe this could be the case for him to wake up. We won't know until we see that shit happening in Survivor Series. We don't know because I still have a feeling something tells me because we saw Finn Balor. What the fuck? Why is he getting? You see him? He's gonna fucking show up and do something stupid and fuck it up for Damien. He's been asking for his rematch. He's been bitching about it and he's not getting it. Because they're telling him focus more on your tag team titles. So I feel like he's going to just fuck it up. And then we're going to see that story again all over again. So I just got a feeling that he might fuck it up at Survivor Series.
It's tough because I don't even know if that's even going to be the case, honestly. I don't even think Finn is going to show up for the match, really, like he did last time. I look at this and I feel like Finn is more focused on what's going on with Dom. The fact that Dom stood up to him, we'll talk about that one quick. Wait, Dom basically was just like, I got closer to the world title than you have in like a long freaking time. And Finn's like, are you serious? You're going to say that to me? Like, damn. I was like, Dom, that might have been one of the best things you said that absolutely just stuck. Because holy shit, that was like one of the biggest burns to Finn Balor. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it is a big burn. It is.
It's crazy because, again, I wanted to see it where Dom basically was going to be in this match. You could have saved the Priest one. You could have had Dom go in there, be all confident in himself going in there, being like, I don't care if it's Gunther. I don't care who it is. I'm going in there and I'm winning the world title, just to have it be one of those moments where basically Gunther's just going to slaughter him most of the match. Then Dom gets his few hope spots in where we all go, oh my God, is Dom about to win the title? Oh my God, is Dom about to win the title? But then Gunther just murders him in the end. Like, I think it would have been a hell of a one-off to just kind of save the Priest matchup, honestly.
Fucking Edward. I wanted an indubitably t-shirts, hoodies, boxer briefs, socks, hats, and fucking
Beer
beer
can holders. You want a koozie? You want a fucking indubitably koozie? Let's go.
Oh my god, let's see it. That's what number 82. Fuck, 82.
Yes,
82
indubitably
indubitably.
koozies.
I'm
Let's
updating
go.
it one by one, folks. 82.
Let's go.
Oh, let's see. And then what else have you? Let's see. And then Rusty said, I just saw where's Rusty's comment. He said, oh, let me see. Shit. I just was it. There you go. He said, what if will Punk spray paint the X on it? He probably would.
All over again. It's I'm the real world champion.
And like, well, y'all prefer Fat or Walter? I like either one.
Oh,
he's the same. Yeah. They're both the same, Rusty. I seen that guy in person, and that motherfucker's tall. I'll tell you that. I saw my PWG when he was fat. This was like, oh man, this is like 2017, around there. No, way before that. 2010, 11, I think that's somewhere around there. Fuck, it's been a long time.
I don't care if he's I don't care if he's fit or freaking big. It's still a guy I wouldn't want to step in a ring with.
Nah, hell no. Let me see. I have to run though. I have the girls' terrible chest colds out, man. Sorry to hear that, dude. Edward, I'm taking care of them, so I had to stop by and see my boys. Appreciate you, Edward, man. You're the man. Appreciate you very much. Bro. Yes, I'm not surprised with the first run of flicks. Maybe you're right, Logan. Maybe that could be the case.
Could be. You never know. Mm-hmm. They could be saving it for a big moment. You never know.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, KPG?
Gee, what's good, bro?
I like it fat or skinny. It don't matter to me.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. That's right. But yes, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
But yes, that is again. I'm interested to see them run it back, Priest and Gunther. But if we're talking about the one thing that was like one of those oh shit moments,
yeah,
Sami Zayn coming up to Seth Rollins and asking him to be the fifth. Now I know a lot of people are gonna say it should have stayed 4-on-4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stick with that situation where I'm gonna say I agree with you, but I'm not against it being 5-on-5, and I'm not against this whole situation here. I like this one because this one really intrigues the hell out of me. This makes actually a lot of sense when you look at it. Sammy coming up to Seth, basically saying, we want you to be the fifth. Think about it. Seth just last year, not even last year, literally months ago, was involved with the bloodline. He has always had that moment where he says, I want to get at any time, I want to get back to the bloodline to basically either stick it to them. If I ever have to get in the ring with Roman, I'm not going to friggin' take it easy on him. You know, this man screwed me over. You know, our last matchup we had for the Universal Championship, he only friggin' got away from me because he friggin' got himself disqualified.
That's right.
Like, Rollins is not going to let go of the past. And if you think about it right now, Rollins, if he's literally going to be the fifth man on this team, he's literally got the Jey Uso situation right now too. Jay right now and Seth have the same exact situation. They are both right now where they don't trust Roman, but they know the situation right now. They know what they have to do. In the end, it's still going to be, you know, Seth is going to be, if he joins up with Roman, you know, it's still going to be Shield brothers together, no matter what, even through all the bloodline crap that he's fucked him over so many times. They're still Shield brothers in arms every single time. So that's why you put the Shield and the bloodline kind of together as one. Again, Seth was just in there with Rock and the rest of the bloodline not too long ago. Like, he is literally the perfect match for this right now. You don't have to keep constantly introducing new members of the family every single time, like, and just cramming them on the main roster when nobody knows who the hell most of them are.
That's true.
Leave it. Let them do their thing. Let them go to NXT, get their names out there, get themselves built up before they come up to the main roster. And then if you're still doing the bloodline for the next freaking 12 years, you got more bloodline members to get involved in this.
That's right.
But I think this just makes so much sense. Like having him confront Solo backstage, where Solo's like, "I want you to be our fifth man," and then Seth turning him down. You know, it's in that position where Seth is going to be like, he doesn't want to be with either or. But when it comes down to it, him being with Roman just makes a lot of sense. You know, he still wants to end the bloodline himself. And if it has to mean teaming up with the OG bloodline to beat the bloodline, it makes all the sense right now. Because even if, say, the fifth man is Rock for freaking Solo's team, now Seth and Rock get to run it back one more time. It would be great. It's just, there's so many options here. Because again, it's going to be that thing where Seth does not trust Roman, just like Jay doesn't right now. But it's going to be one of those things where Roman's going to have to just suck it up and deal with it. He wants help, you know, getting his Ulafala back, getting, you know, shutting down this new bloodline for taking out the OG bloodline. He's going to have to do what he's got to do. He's got to team with who he's got to team with. That is how you do it at this point. I think this is a very intriguing way to go about this story. Do I feel like the whole thing has been a little bit rushed? I do feel like it has been. I feel like a lot of it has. I feel like we rushed to get Sammy back in the bloodline. I feel like we're rushing to get a fifth member. I don't know. It's still very intriguing, but it does feel rushed. I will say that. But I am excited to see what is about to come if we're going to find a fifth member. And will Seth be involved? How are we going to get Seth to convince himself that he needs to be with Roman? That is what the big part is going to be.
That is very true. You're absolutely right that. Oh, and let's see. Russ says, still don't understand the Bloodline War game since match was at a Crown Jewel, and how Roman will get the will follow. I mean,
yeah, that's basically how it's going to be. How is Roman going to get the Ulafala back?
Yeah, I like where you think the WWE is heading storyline wise. I appreciate you times with that. That's where he's a host here with the most coast, West Coast.
Please,
does this Strong comes out? He's the wise man. Said it to. Escúchame.
Escúchame. Everybody listen. To me.
I can see that happening, Rusty.
That would be such a good pairing with Solo having Estrada and then Heyman comes back with Roman. First off, if you just get Estrada and Heyman interacting with each other, sign me the fuck up for that.
I really would not mind that, honestly. That was like, I just feel like they're gonna be just doing this shit all the time.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
And we got Armando Estrada.
I can sense that. I don't know why. That'll be some shit. I honestly will be like, wow, they're doing.
First off, to just hear Armando Estrada not only call Solo Sikoa, you know, the new Samoan bulldozer, you know, that, but just to tell him like, this is your tribal chief, I'd be like, I'm done. I'm sold. I'm sold.
I could just picture that shit. Oh my god. Oh, Rusty, that's a good one. I love that shit.
Yes. Estrada, come back, be with Solo. Interact with Paul Heyman.
You know what? Now that Rusty gave me, I'm gonna get a clip of that guy. Escúchame, listen to me.
To me.
I'm gonna have to get a clip of that shit now. Oh,
yes.
God, yes. They gave me the idea.
One of those moments where everyone will be like, we need you all to listen to us. Escúchame.
Fuck yeah, let's fucking do it. I really want to go with that shit.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh, Rusty, thank you so much for getting that. Estrada has signed a Legends deal. Yep, that is. Yeah, I do remember that.
Make it happen. Come on.
Fuck yeah, let's make it happen.
Come on.
All right.
Estrada, you need to be back on TV. Come on.
Hell yeah. Oh,
the new Samoan bulldozer.
The new Samoan bulldozer. Oh. I could just picture him doing that shit. Oh my god, that's so amazing. Oh man, but you know, we'll see how what's all that. I don't know, man. It's just a tough one because I feel like, you know what? I feel like we'll get our answer. Excuse me, on SmackDown. I think this is where we're gonna get our answer from here because it's like, I mean, I don't know, man. I did like with the whole bloodline thing. I still feel like this is all Avengers type of style.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like Rollins made a good point to Sammy after what he did to you and everything else. You're still fucking helping this fucker out. The fuck's wrong with you? Now it's up to this man right here, the tribal queef, to go ahead and freaking go over there. And I had to say it. I'm sorry. Well, due respect to everybody, I'm sick because I'm not a fan of him. I'm just there's reasons why. I'm not gonna say why, but it just if he goes over there and talks to Rollins, can we do it? Come on, we got to do the Shield. And he's like, no. He's going to have to. I mean, I think it's going to come down when, how you said, when The Rock is the fifth member. If they bust that WCW type of style when Hogan will become like, he is the fifth member. I'm like, then okay. They bust that shit. All right. I mean, fuck it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I'm just, is it investing cool? I just, like I said, the one thing I just don't want it to be a lot to be focusing on the story. There's a lot more stories going on Raw that we talked about. And you know what? There's stories on SmackDown that we gotta know what's going on. DIY breaking up. We saw last week what Ciampa's doing. He's being aggressive. There's just another one like a freaking Kofi and fucking Xavier there. I don't know what's going on there. Motor City Machine Gun, they're tag team champions. They're defending against Street Profits coming up. Naomi challenging, Nia Jax for the women's championship. What are they doing with Bayley? What are they going to do with LA Knight? We saw Kevin Owens power drive. We haven't seen a power drive in WWE in a long time. And that was a old school Jerry the King Lawler power driver to me. That's what it reminded me of.
Bro,
I saw that shit.
Fucking floored on Friday when that happened. Like, there was so many people that were like, why the fuck you allow Kevin Owens to do a pile driver? The move's been banned for like 20 years. Like, first off, did you freaking lose your mind when it happened? Because I know I damn sure did. We don't see a pile driver. We haven't seen a pile driver since CM Punk and John Cena pulled it out.
Yes.
Come on. First off, it's been so sporadic. It's literally saved for a moment. That is why it was done. It was done to just, make Kevin Owens feel like this vile, despicable human being that he is right now. This is what, and again, you didn't, after what happened at Crown Jewel, where basically it just turned into a brawl that basically just ended with both men going through a table. That doesn't really back up what Triple H was saying, where he was like, I'm telling you right now, you don't want to mess with this Kevin Owens. This Kevin Owens is more, like despicable. He's vile. He's more like of a apex predator than you are, like right now kind of situation. Like he would tell Randy, it's like, well, think about it. All they did at the end of that was brawl, and he put him through a table. That was it. That doesn't equal really very like savage and unstoppable Kevin Owens. This right here is, hey, I just busted out a move that we haven't seen in years right now that is freaking banned in this company. The only company that has that move banned is the pile driver, is WWE right now. Like, AEW does it every freaking single week. Like it's just nonchalant. WWE has the move banned, and then they save it for certain moments to make you feel something. This is one of those moments where it was like, we wanted you to feel like concerned for Randy, shocked because he pulled out the move. It was a moment. And that's why. And there was people out there just shitting all over it. Like, why the hell did you allow it? Well, that's why. They wanted you to feel something. They wanted you to make Kevin Owens feel like he's this, intimidating force right now that you don't want to fuck with. And that's exactly what they did. They wrote Randy off TV with a freaking stretcher angle, and they made Kevin Owens look like a goddamn animal. I love it.
Yes, I agree. I love it. I don't know. It just fuck. I don't know what they're gonna do. That's I don't know. I mean, okay, Cody. We saw Cody coming out, and hey, oh my God, you okay? I mean, do you feel like is that gonna be a Survivor Series match? Kevin Owens, Cody for the title, getting rematch number 2. Do we see that? Do you feel it? Could that be the case? I mean, what do you think?
Man, I'll tell you this. I don't even know what the hell could legitimately like come next for that whole situation. But man, if this does not lead to when Randy Orton comes back and Kevin Owens doesn't get fucking his skull punted in by Randy, then I don't know what we're doing here. Like, this needs to be Kevin Owens just put him on the sidelines. This needs to be one of those moments where Randy comes back just seething, where it's going to be like Kevin Owens is we're about to break out the punt right now for this situation, which I can't wait. But honestly, I would say this. I think this leads to another Kevin Owens Cody Rhodes match.
Yeah, I figured. I knew it was going to happen.
And I'm going to put it out there right now. I say you change the title.
Ooh.
I say you change the title. First off, Cody right now, everybody is saying Cody's right now in a situation where he feels, very stale. And again, I will always blame SmackDown for that one right now because you did not stack SmackDown for your champion, which is a lot of nonsense in its own right.
Yes, agreed.
I think if you want to do it, Kevin Owens wins the championship. You involve Randy and eventually come down the road where Randy Orton comes back. We get Randy versus KO. And if you want to do the title change again at that situation and put the title on Randy, I think that makes it even more interesting. Say Randy goes in, say Cody's going to have to go into WrestleMania again, except this time he's going to have to beat Randy. And then it's where you tell that story with those two. That would be hell of a way to do it, I think.
Appreciate you talking with that. Yes. I mean,
yes.
Our host right here has the greatest scratch shit as they go to these. And yeah, I mean, that's always been a problem that like we've been saying from like the last 2-3 weeks. It's the problem. They're focusing too much on the guys in the middle here on our layout. It's the problem and not focusing on the belt. And that's where it's hurting Cody. I don't know if Papa H is trying to repeat something where McNugget left off, like how he did with Roman when he was a champ. Oh, yeah, book him whenever you can. And I wouldn't do that here to Cody. You want to make him a fighting champion and great and have stories, telling matches. Like with AJ Styles, it's like, even when AJ was a champion, remember when he was a champion? He was a fighting champion.
Yes.
When he defeated Jinder Mahal, and then after that, he was a running champion. His feud was with Moxley, of course, and then everything after that, and that was in between, right? But he had stories going for that belt, and that's where I think Cody is missing. It's the problem with that.
Yes,
I just don't know. And the more they do that, the more you're giving him that. It's just like you're making him a transitional champion. I hate to use that word, but it's the fucking truth, and we don't want that. So it's like,
I still think you could do it. I think you can safely do a title change with the situation where everybody's like, Cody kind of needs something new right now. You could put Cody back on the chase. I think Cody needs to go back on the chase. I think it wouldn't hurt. Like, we don't need another 1 year run. We don't need another year-long run for anything right now. Cody did his thing, and he's had a pretty long run, honestly, right now. He's had it since April. It's almost December, for Christ's sake. We're almost at the end of the year already.
I just feel like the
months, it's good.
I feel you, but my thing is, what's going to come down is a triple threat for that belt at Survivor Series. It's probably the only best fucking to end it that way. Cody versus Randy versus Owens at Survivor Series, and whether we might see the heelish side of Randy, besides we already got Owens, and then we'll see with Cody, he has the odds are against him. Two great athletes, and then there you go. Triple threat, doesn't matter who, he doesn't have to get pinned. If they can head to that story for Survivor Series, I'm okay with that, because I feel like that will kind of separate it, and then have them two going at it after again. Okay, we both didn't get the belt. You owe me. I need to kick your ass because you put me in on a medical facility type of shit. I hate that fucking word. Who the fuck uses medical facility shit? Like,
man, my arm got chopped off. I need to go to a medical facility. Like,
like what the fuck happened here? Like, oh no, like what? That's how I feel. But I like what Rusty's saying though. What he's like, what about if we get Cena to really look at Cody? Hey, I'm looking at you, not at Gunther. I'm looking at you. Maybe. I mean, to get away from it.
One for Cena, though, honestly.
Yeah.
I think if Cena wants 17, there's your Gunther moment right there.
Yeah.
Cena versus Gunther for 17. Cena's story is basically not only am I retiring, I might as well go one more and break the record at this point. Even if he beats Gunther, there's your record.
I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. It just the tough one in that one. I don't know.
It's like I think you can do Cody and Kevin Owens one-on-one at Survivor Series. And honestly, at that point, like I said, do the title change. It would not only, give a chance to freshen up Cody because everybody's feeling like he's so stale right now as champion. Well, now you got a chance to not only refreshen up Cody, you now have a chance to put him back in the chase, get him back over more. I think in the future you can have, I think, again, Cody versus, you can save Cody for the championship match when he gets the title back. But honestly, I would save it turn it to where Randy Orton wins the title. Have it be the opposite way. Randy, like you're all saying, Randy doesn't win, like is going to face Cody eventually. Honestly, I say Randy ends up beating KO for the title after KO beats Cody. Randy then beats KO, goes into Mania and faces Cody.
I that.
Think that would be good.
Cena, I like that.
Well, Cena goes on to face Gunther.
I like that too.
It just would be really interesting on how you would do that, because does that just mean you give Cena the Rumble? Because I don't know how I feel about that one as an option, because that would just equal, it would either have to mean that Cody would have to win a third Rumble, which I don't think we need to do whatsoever. Not now.
That's a tough one.
I think I say you could say Cena can win it just so you can get him to Gunther, but that's so difficult. Like, I don't know. This is tough. It's really one of those situations where if you want to make Cody feel fresh, you got to do something different. And that is, take the title off of him, build him back up, have him be the chaser again, and everyone's just going to get behind him. So that way, when he wins the title again, here we go. It's just, I don't know. Do you really give Cena the Rumble just to go on and face Gunther, give him 17? Cena wins the world title, goes on a little bit of a run, and then drops it to put somebody else over. I'm not against that either. It's just, I don't know. This is a situation where it's tough to really predict what could happen after KO and Randy right now.
Mm-hmm. Really, Rusty? Don't get our hopes up, man. Don't get our hopes up.
Oh, I believe in Joe Hendry. Wave your hands from side to side and say, oh, I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is so...
I believe in that, man.
I just want him in the Rumble, because I'm telling you, I don't care if it's for a minute and a half. I don't care if it's for 10 minutes. I'm telling you, Indianapolis is going to lose their shit just to hear Indianapolis and God knows how many freaking people singing that song when that buzzer goes off and they just hear that freaking say his name, and I'm just gonna be done.
I don't know, man. I know. I think the Rumble is hard.
Great this year.
I think, yeah. Honestly, I think we will know by Saturday Night Live where everybody stands. I think we'll know. It's hard right now because we're still fresh heading into Survivor Series and Saturday Night Live. I think by that time, we will know by the end of the year where on both rosters where they stand and where the audience will stand with them. It's tough right now. At least this is the roster of Papa H that is making it so it's hard to predict compared to McNugget's fucking booking, because he makes it so obvious. Oh, we already know this is going to be happening. And it does happen the way he books it, because he fucking is so obvious. Here, it's tough. We don't know who the fuck is he going to go with. That's the thing, that we don't know how that Rumble is going to be. How is he going to determine who's the winner of that Rumble? And I think the only way is when we head into Saturday Night Live event, we'll know from there. I think that's just me saying, but I don't know if you feel the same. Shout out to Sports.
What's good?
What's going on, brother? Appreciate you. What's goes up, baby? That's right. So California, baby. We will get together soon. Don't worry. I got a message. You got your and I apologize for not reaching out.
Yes. Let's go,
man. Any other things we could add on for the previous SmackDown that you're excited for, brother?
I mean, again, we talked about this one off air. It has to do with the Guns. Honestly, like I said, I think the Guns have to drop the titles right now.
Oh.
I know it sounds so soon, but the Guns' main purpose at this point was getting those titles off the Bloodline. They've had they can. I think putting over the Profits right now with all this talk of Tez being unhappy and people talking about splitting up the Profits. I don't know how I feel about the Profits breaking up, especially due to the fact that we're literally in the process of now breaking up DIY. We're seemingly already I feel like we dropped the breaking up of Theory and freaking Waller, which is weird. I don't know. If you're breaking up teams, you can't afford to break up more than one. So I would say change the titles tomorrow night.
Okay.
Just to make not only will it make the Profits a little bit happier that they finally won the tag team titles after 4 years, which is a freaking problem in its own right.
I'm with you on that.
It would work. I think it would calm them down. It would help the division a little bit. The Guns are fine being chasers at this point. So
there you go.
It's something interesting.
I'm with you. I was gonna say you just spoke the word. I was gonna say, yeah, they're better off being a chaser than holding those belts. Don't get me wrong, I like them as a champion and have them booking tag team titles.
Right.
But if they lose these belts and become chasers, then yeah, why not? I mean, but then again, you know what I thought about too? That let's say if Papa decides to bring back that traditional Raw versus SmackDown. Imagine War Raiders win those tag teams from Raw. We see them versus Motor City Machine Gun. Oh my God. That's like Ring of Honor shit that I'm like, give me that shit. But I wouldn't mind seeing that shit. Even if you add Axiom and Frazier on this one on NXT, fuck it.
Please.
Oh my God.
Axiom to SmackDown. Forget them breaking up. Don't even try to break them up. That's the thing. That's another one that's disappointing because they're at the process of breaking them up too, it feels like. So it's like, what are we gonna do here? We're splitting up teams when you have tag divisions that need teams.
Yeah. Oh man, it is a hot take. I'll tell you that. I appreciate it. But anything else, brother? We wanna.
No, we can move on. Again, SmackDown's just going to be, it's interesting. It's going to be interesting on how they're going to go for this. The next coming shows, really everything leading up to Rumble is really going to be intriguing on how do you get to this situation? Because even at now, I don't think genuinely anybody can actually pick a Rumble winner at this point for either men or women. It's tough right now.
That's what I'm telling you. We could really give credit to Papa H because he's really is really, where the fuck is this going?
Right? Where's any of this going? Any of it?
Yeah. And I like it because at least it's getting us there to tune in.
Right?
I feel he's doing it the smart way because it's better that way for us to wait until be surprised instead of predicting it now. Oh, this is what we think. This is the way how it looks because the way how McNugget, because we're so used to how Vince booked shit.
Yeah.
It's the problem that we got so used to that we really know already, okay, he's going to book this at Rumble. He's going to book this at Mania. So he's so predictable. Here, Papa H is not predictable. It's fucking hard. He could go 8. That's why I think the rest of the 3 hours he's going to add to the show, he needs to figure out how to do it. And you already have Raw set. I think Raw is set for me when it comes to 2 or 3 hours. Doesn't matter. SmackDown is the one that if it's have a 3-hour show, they gotta figure how they're gonna.
Yeah, they gotta enhance this roster big time.
Yes, they have to. I totally agree. Let's see. Wish they had a day 1 PLE. Well, to reset. I mean, maybe so, Rusty. I don't know. I mean, we don't know yet. Maybe they might do it like a special event. We don't know, to be honest.
I mean, last day one was on Raw. So
yeah, that's true. They could do it with SmackDown. That is true. You're right. Let's see.
So this is interesting because again, there's so many ways to go about it, and again, keeping it to a point where we can't even predict it makes it even better because making it tough to predict is what really makes it more interesting. Because again, we when freaking the old man was in charge, We were all just like, well, this person we clearly think is going to win the Rumble. This person, this woman clearly is going to win the Rumble. Now we're in a situation where it's like, who could it be? What can any of this lead to? What's going to happen with the tag division? Is Tiffany Stratton ever going to cash in? Like, what could Cody literally have a moment where he drops a title, like the title right now, to give Kevin Owens like a bit of a rub to eventually get a nice feud out of more with Randy Orton? There's so much here on there. Like, it's good to finally see SmackDown having some more intriguing stories outside of just cramming it with Bloodline.
See Hunter saying switching world. Yeah, you're right, because they're supposed to do that because Netflix wants Cody on Raw. So I mean,
and that's the situation where we talked about. This is the part. This is a situation where if you want to end the brand split, you end the brand split.
Yeah,
it's your way for it. If you want both networks to be happy and they both want the same freaking thing, well, that's your only option, really. You have. You can't just be like one doesn't get anything and the other one gets it. No, like you need to have the situation where if you want to make both brands happy, it'll actually make the show still just as interesting, where it's back to one freaking giant roster on both shows. You got something out of that.
I agree. And Russ is saying, and you always knew who was, that too. Yeah. You always knew who number 30. That's how you know. Yeah. That's why this year, Pop H's booking has been so very like roller coaster, but it just has us still invested because this is his era. We got to give this man opportunity. We can't just say, hey, fuck all that, whatever. No. Yeah. This is his fucking first time, full time being a really creative, head of creative of everything that was going on, besides being part owner of the fucking company. It's just really more like, hey, this is boom. I'm excited to see what's he gonna do and how he's gonna book Rumble. Cody needs to get out of the underneath the blade. That's exactly what we're saying, Henry, and I'm with you on that.
That's why I'm saying a title change wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
If Kevin Owens was to face Randy Orton face Cody at Survivor Series, Kevin Owens taking that title and going on a little run for himself would not only free up Cody to do a little like extra things at this point. It can get him to kind of build up to now chase after Kevin Owens. But then when Randy Orton's going to come back, which is then going to interject that whole situation. If Randy ends up winning the WWE title at any moment down the road, now Cody has to freaking chase Randy, which will then make Cody have to tell that story with Randy, which should be really damn good in its own right, because their legacy back like past should be amazing to tell. There's got a nice little twist here that can kind of help Cody in the long run, can help SmackDown in the long run again. But again, I think you can genuinely get more if you are going to put both these shows on 3 hours, which is still I guess it's a rumor, I guess it's true, I don't know which one is which. If it's true, 3 hours, your best bet to make both networks happy, you combine this roster to one again. It just makes the most sense.
Yeah. No, I agree. We can't wait. I can't wait, man. But the one thing I want to talk about, I can't wait. I just want to play it because I love it, and I have to. You know what's next, folks? This is
hope you can still go. I never answer to no, man. I still go, 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 go. Way or the highway. And in the drive, you hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Go, go, still go. I never answer, no, I still go.
Oh, my sorry.
The music still hits different.
I know. I'm getting jitters because it's like,
I love it.
I love it. And then just the crowd. Like before we get into, I guess we got two questions to answer here. One for C100. He wants us to answer him. Question: what brand do you guys think Cena will be on?
Both.
Yeah,
he's a free agent. He just bounces between both.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'd even give him a little bit of a stint in NXT down there, just to kind of go in there with the young guys. I think it'd be
Him
great.
and Trick Williams. Oh my god, I think it'll be awesome. Oh my god,
Trick teaming up. You get a chance to, have Ethan Page interact with John Cena, which would be amazing.
Hell yeah. I would like to see Ethan Page and John Cena.
Let's go.
Let's see. Rusty's saying, I hated 3 hours at the beginning, but now I miss it. I know.
This is a lot, doesn't it?
It does seem not. Yeah, it does. I agree.
We were at the point where literally, I think it's just because it's the changing of the guard situation. That's why we feel like 3 hours feels different now compared to how we did originally. Because like when 3 hours came about, when Raw hit Raw 1000 and it turned 3 hours and then it just stayed that way for years, it was such terrible booking on their shows that it was like, oh my God, 3 hours is a drag. And now with Triple H in charge, he made 3 hours work. And then they moved it to 2, and it's like they feel like again they found that groove again, like back to like how it used to be when it was 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we're still at a situation where it was working with 3, so I don't really know why we really got rid of it. But I'm not against it like right now with it being 2. But when it hits 3, it's gonna feel kind of the same again, which is good.
Yeah, I agree. Man, it is time for NXT, folks. Oh my God. Oh, I have a lot of questions, and I am really I am scared on certain ones. Well, I'm scared of one story plot line that will happen this past Tuesday NXT.
Fire the question, Bobby. Let's go.
Yeah, before I ask you the question, this is your show. You break it down. Give us your recap. Give us your thoughts before I even ask you questions. Break it down for us.
Man,
let us know because I am curious to hear you out, host. Take us
over. I enjoyed NXT, but I feel like I always enjoy NXT.
Oh, yes.
It's just so good. And like, think about it. We talked about this Tuesday night. This show has basically become 85%, 90% ladies' night. There is more women's matches on this show than any other show during the week, and it is insane how just again this roster that they have for NXT, especially for the women, is so stacked. It is insane. It is utterly insane. I can't even keep track of how it is, but I love this show so much. Like I genuinely, you can call me biased, you can call me a freaking stan, you can call me whatever the hell you want. NXT is unbelievable with this stuff again because it's starting to, again, after moving on from 2.0, it feels like, and it feels a little bit more like NXT like it used to back in the day. Yeah. NXT women's division is the best in all pro. Yes, hands down. TNA, you had that title for the longest time. NXT took it from you right now. It is just the depth in that roster is insane right now.
Henry, I hate to say it, but you're kind of right.
It is.
It is stronger than
the division needs something right now because sadly, like what think about it. What are we doing with Obafemi right now after he lost the title? We don't know. Tony's still, in the early midst of his North American Championship reign right now. We're, I guess, building up to Ridge and Trick, which is cool because they've done a hell of a job with Ridge Holland. But now we kind of have him doing side quests with Andre Chase. I don't know about that one yet. Why we're going back to that? That's a little weird.
Okay. I'm gonna stop you there and I apologize. That's the one that I'm curious because right there though, you heard what he said. If he loses, Chase U's over. That's a scary fucking part. Yeah. I hate to fucking say this because I don't like piece of shit Alvarez, but I have to agree with him with something. 50% I agree, not all of it, but it just it's just clarify myself because I don't hell no. Because if this motherfucker's hearing, then he's like, what did I tell you? So fuck off, because you know that you try to ban me, you try to sue my ass, fuck you, kiss my ass. But it wasn't gonna happen. If this does happen, Ridge Holland wins and gets a second win against, what the fuck doesn't happen with Chase U? Like, it benefits them to split. I'm gonna say right now, I don't feel it doesn't. You need I think that Chase U character has been really the one in NXT that has us. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Haley, and then Duke Hudson, and then Riley, like Osborne Riley, like
right.
cool. I like it. Like cool. It's something that we're seeing, and then it's. I know it's goofy. Some people don't like it, but it's entertainment. And seeing, I think Thea Hale is the one keeping everybody like, hell yeah, motherfucker, yeah. I like that. Even when she was doing the whole, I think, who was she was with? She was wearing all black. Was it with
JC Jane?
JC Jane, right there you go. Yeah. So it's like I like that. Like but you split them. What are you gonna do? I feel like you're not gonna do shit with Duke Hudson and fucking O'Reilly. I feel like they could go to the tag team division, but as Chase U, but not as I feel it's gonna die out. And what are you gonna do with Andre Chase? I don't know. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing. If that's the case, if this is the end of them here, I have a feeling, maybe you correct me if I'm wrong on this, they might be going to the main roster as a group. It may be over in NXT as Chase U, but not in the main roster. There's a difference. And I can still feel they could do something with them in the main roster on SmackDown. I feel like they could do something, and I think they could have something going there. I don't see them more Raw. I see them more with NXT. I'm sorry, with SmackDown. Because I think they need that help. What we were talking about earlier, they need that help. But I think Chase U with Thea Hale alongside, I think they can work something. That's just my opinion. I don't know. But that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of what's going to happen in the aftermath.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the one I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that one.
Yeah, it's tough to really go at that because it's like we've seen people that have popped up in the chat that have said, I don't know what Chase U does on the main roster. Like, how well do they do on the main roster? I felt that way a little bit, where I've looked at it and I go, I don't know what kind of ceiling, like this gimmick as a whole, Chase U, I feel like could be very good if they do it correctly. But I feel like they'll put a very low ceiling on it, which sucks. It's I don't know, because it's like the call up could be interesting because SmackDown could use more teams, especially in the process of become Tony U. Oh my god, bro. What the fuck?
Be Tony U.
Oh my god.
No. Hell no. They're gonna
bro.
Tony
Let's
U.
fucking go.
Oh, that's what Tony be doing. Oh no.
He'll be doing that.
Oh no.
Instead of calling him Andre Chase, he's gonna call him Andre U, or Andre or Andre Khan. Fuck. I don't know what the fuck. No.
It would have to be some way to get them all out of there. So that way you could do Chase U on the main roster. But that's really difficult because basically if Ridge wins this, it's done. It's over with. Like that just makes it's basically telling us there's no more Chase U. And I see that as that's how it would be if they all went to the main roster. They'd all be going their separate ways. And I don't know how well it goes for Duke and Riley. I don't know how good it goes for Andre Chase. Thea, maybe she'd be a good side for this women's mid-card title. Like the United States title, it'd be for her in a heartbeat. Like she'd fit in that division right there. But like I would feel so bad for Andre Chase and Duke and Riley, because if you're not Chase U, I feel like they put Chase U in a situation where if they're not a faction, I feel like the rest, the like anyone outside of Thea Hale flounders, and that sucks.
I know, I'm with you on that. I think, I mean, you can, I'm wrong here. I may be wrong maybe here on this one, but I feel like that they focus really a lot more on Thea on that. Yeah, like if we see her stories that she was given compared to like Chase and and Duke, and before they added Ridge Holland to the story.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we go back and look at it, I feel like it was really more like Thea Haley, which I don't get me wrong. I feel like it was great.
Mm-hmm.
She needed that because when Chase U started, I feel like she was really more behind the scenes. I think she was still developing in ring and character until finally she found it and she got it. She's a great performer. She's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I love her. She's really great. I feel she's the one who's really more like, hey, I have it here. Or unless, let's say if Chase U ends, right? But let's say Thea says, nope, I bought it and we're going to start a new university. It calls a different name, but with the last name U. And have Thea Hell be the one leading the pack. Maybe that could happen. I don't know. I'm scared for them. They fucking break up. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard.
I'm almost kind of like not looking forward to this whole situation here. Like this might be the one thing that I'm just kind of like iffy about as a whole for NXT, because I feel like you're building Ridge up to get to Trick, but at this point, if you have him take an L, I don't feel like that helps him much momentum wise. And then breaking up Chase U just feels like a stupid idea, because again, that really just, for most of the faction, it makes them feel kind of floundered, which again really is not good. So this situation as a whole is very iffy. But like I said, I'm happy what they're doing in making Ridge Holland this dominant monster. But I don't know if it's worth really sacrificing Chase U in the process of this. But again, I understand where people are coming from with this whole, how good does Chase U do on the main roster? Because really, the only freaking feud I would like to see out of them really is American Made.
That's exactly what I would like to see. Oh my God, Thea Haley versus fucking Ivy Nile. I wouldn't mind seeing
freaking
that.
Good.
Or shit, just
Andre Chase versus Chad Gable would fucking slap. The Creed versus Duke and Riley would be fun. Like,
you know who they could? You just gave me an idea. You know who they could add and Chase U in that?
Oh gosh,
add Otis. Add fucking. Yes,
it comes together with
and they could be a great faction going after the Final Testament. They could be a great, having Otis and having Duke Hudson, have Riley going after the mid-card title, Tozawa, going as well alongside with him. They could be tag teams. Having Thea as well with what's her name? She's
Maxine. I just thought about that. Maxine and Thea as tag team.
Yes.
I don't hate this.
And they fit each other because they're both almost the same.
Right?
They're both almost the same.
Thea's come up so well. Maxine's honestly done a great job at getting better for herself. So
yes,
I'm not against it. Like, imagine those two as a team and they pull out that underdog victory against whoever the women's tag team champions is at the time. I'm with it.
They can still keep the name American Made, add the U towards it. Instead of Chase, you'll be American Made U. I love it. Reverse.
I love it.
Oh my God. I think it will work.
Alpha U.
Yeah.
That'd be
I think it will work.
God.
Oh, that's the only one that I'm scared of, though, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm nervous for it too, because I'm scared that they're gonna drop the ball on Chase U as a thing, and I don't like that.
Let's see. Before you get into it, is a ceremony. She does, Henry, but a lot of these women, like I would say, really more with Stephanie, Vaquera, and Julia. They already have their psychology wrestling, but they just needed to know the American style of WWE style. So I think that's the only thing that she's helping them. And the rest of the women's roster, too, I feel like she has. And don't get me wrong, Natalia is also involved in that.
Yes.
I'll say that right now. Yes,
And a woman I've gained so much respect for over the years. Like, I was never big on Natty, but over these few years, even before then, I've been more of a fan of Natty, and like I said, I've grown more respect for her because what she does for this division, just for the women as a whole, she is amazing.
See, Chase, you cannot survive without it. I don't know, Rusty. We gotta test. Like, we were just talking. You heard us.
I'm in that 50-50 situation with that one. Like, I agree and I disagree at the same time.
Yeah, but now how is
Metaphor? Oh, that's a good question too.
That is a good question, Rusty.
That is a tough one because as long as they're a team, I feel like it could help the women's tag division. But if you ever split them up, I don't know. Unless you're gonna push Lash the way you push Jade, I don't know.
I just feel like adding them to the main roster could help the tag team division at least more and give it something going for it.
They're a great team together.
Yeah. I think, and having Andre, going for the mid-card title, cool. I don't mind seeing him. It could be either, like, who's in the Continental right now as Braun Breaker. So, I mean,
it's LA Knight SmackDown. So,
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
If LA Knight ever loses it to a heel, you can give Andre Chase the babyface moment and have him win the United States title.
That's right. Oh my God, that'll be something. I mean, I don't. It's a 50-50. I'm with you. It's a 50-50. It's hard. It's just knowing where to book them, how to book them, and not die out. It's where I'm scared of for them. In the main roster. So that's something that I don't know. It is gonna be. Fuck, I can't wait till Tuesday, man. I'm gonna be scared. I still feel if it doesn't happen, I have a feeling it might be a triple threat. I hate to say that, but I have a feeling it might be a triple threat. Why not? Andre made a good point. He has not gotten a title shot.
Interesting. I like that idea, actually.
I wouldn't mind seeing a triple threat.
I wouldn't mind it either, because honestly, if you I feel like you would have to have Ridge take a loss in that situation. And that I don't know, because again, you want to keep Ridge Holland as strong as possible. A loss kind of, puts a little bit of a damper on that momentum, which, I feel like this situation, whatever comes out of this situation has to be done correctly from here on out.
That's why I feel like it may be a draw. I feel like they're both going to be double count out. It'll be a draw. And
honestly, even if they just brawl to the point where they both get counted out, I'm with it, because then that's a safe moment, honestly.
Yes. And then you can have them Trick will say, fuck it, let's just give me both of them at a deadline.
Yeah.
And guess who's going to come out at deadline and be the next challenger for that? When Trick Williams retains. Oba fucking Femi.
Yep.
If Oba Femi is not called the main roster by then, then he'll be the next one in the line for that belt. And it makes sense. And then have Oba Ridge one-on-one, and then for the number one contendership, and then there you go. Oba wins, goes over, and goes after Trick Williams for the belt.
Yes.
I think that'd be the best way to book Oba Femi. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. See who will win between Jack Paul, and Mike. I saw that. I'm not intrigued. It's like we don't know Jake Paul paying Mike Tyson. I love Mike Tyson, but he's paying him under the table. I hate to say it, but Chase, you give me one do as well.
I understand that one there, Henry. I did.
I'm with you too, Henry, but I wouldn't mind trying it. I don't know. There's why and no. I'm a redeemer. It's just 50-50. It's hard.
And that's another one right there. That's another one that's difficult. That's a 50-50 situation again.
Yeah, I don't see. They're not ready for the main roster, in my opinion. They're not ready.
It's tough because Stacks needs a little bit more work. Luca definitely does, because he feel like he doesn't get to wrestle that much. Tony could be ready main roster wise, but I don't see why you would split the family up.
It'll be stupid if they do that. I mean, let's see. Russ is saying that's why WWE ID is here. Thank you. You nailed it to the point, Rusty. I love that what you're saying. Well said. But go ahead, host. Continue.
We'll start off with the women's tag match we got in the beginning of the show. Metaphor versus Julia and Stephanie Vaquer. First off, we've been saying this a lot on this show and the NXT watch along itself. Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson are improving a hell of a lot. They were fantastic. Like that fatal 4-way tag match that they just recently had for the tag team titles. Honestly, they stood out out of the other 3 teams, to be honest with you. I think they did a fantastic job. I love Julia and Stephanie as a team. Having that end and having them win, and then just basically having Stephanie say, "I'll see you at Deadline," like she's just basically guaranteeing that not only her, but as well as Julia are going to be in that friggin' Iron Survivor Challenge. And I'm going to tell you right now, if this is even remotely correct, that Iron Survivor Challenge is maybe the best one of the entire that the gimmicks had so far.
Oh,
like think about this right
fuck,
now.
I have to go back and look at the history of the first one and the last one.
I mean, the one that Trick won last year was amazing. That was unreal. Back with no points, just to basically clean sweep and win in like seconds.
That was awesome.
Phenomenal job. Unbelievable. Honestly, all the Iron Survivor challenges have been amazing. All of them have been spot on, just amazing right now. But honestly, this could be the best women's one right here.
I agree. This is going to be the best women's one.
With how stacked this roster is right now. Like
fuck yeah.
Like I'll even jump ahead a little bit to with Zarya, where she basically said, where she talked about the Iron Survivor Challenge. You're telling me that we're not only we'll throw in the Sol Ruka and Cora Jade match that happened as well, with Sol getting the win. Right now, you got Sol Ruka in this match.
Did that shock you, by the way? I want to know.
Honestly, yes. Yes. Because I honestly thought Cora was going to win the damn thing. I really did.
What's up, Tony? What's going on, brother? Appreciate you, man.
I'm with it being Sol, because honestly, I think they want to keep telling us that they really like Sol Ruka. And they do, because you can see it.
Move, man. Like
it's great.
You follow her. You see how much she's done. She fucking oh my god.
She's fantastic. She's very, very good. And it sucked that she had to spend a lot of time on the sidelines with an injury.
I know, but hey, you know what? I mean, okay. I know I asked this question before, but like still, like I want to know still, like what other comparison can you say besides Kalani? I know where everybody can compare RVD.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Sol's the same way, but can we say Sol Ruka could be like your I wouldn't say AJ. I would say close. It's hard to even say Ricochet too. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know who else I can compare it to, because she like her character is like the cool diet of RVD. Reminds me, very cool. You know, like yeah. But there's also like her athleticism is like, fuck. It's a mixture with RVD and somebody else. I don't know. I just can't. I'm trying to figure out who.
I love it. She's another one. She is basically one of the standouts of this division is Kalani Jordan. So, and I love it. She's great. Like she had a very, very good women's North American title run before she dropped it to Fallon. But man, I think she could be in this match. This is a tough one because look how stacked that division is. Who do you put in this match? Like right now, it is almost glaringly obvious that the next 3 competitors in this match are not only going to be Julia, but Stephanie Vaquer and Zarya. So first off, that's 4 women out of the 5 right there. Sol Ruka, Zarya, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia. Right there, just by those 4 women, this match has the potential to be the best women's Iron Survivor Challenge that we've had so far.
What? But
I don't even know who could be the 5th, because either way, it's going to make it even better.
Give me fucking Thea Haley. Fucking, I don't give a shit. Give me fucking Thea Haley. I want to bite her. Like, oh my god.
Hell, if you wanted to throw a freaking woman in there to make it a freaking heel at that point, and you want to just, give a young person a shot, like a young star a shine, like in this matchup, I'd put Jasmine Nix in that from freaking Fatal. I like her. She's damn good. I think
she is good.
Shine in that match.
when Rusty has a question, it's like so Rogan best cutter.
Soul Snatcher is a hell of a move. It's
It
so
is a hell of a
innovative
move.
as a move. I just watching her do it every single time is like, holy shit, how does she do that?
That one, yeah, I agree. She's on point with that one because that's kind of hard to do.
Yeah,
that is hard to do.
Yeah.
I haven't seen no even male professional wrestlers try to do that shit. I'm just saying. I'm wrong.
It's crazy. That matchup is going to be top notch on how they do it right now. My boy up next, Javon Evans, Cedric Alexander. And then we got my boy, we got Cedric Alexander, Wesley. We got Wesley now that's the first introduction to the men's Iron Survivor Challenge. Honestly, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Because Cedric Alexander's in a state in this freaking company where I don't know what his role is anywhere. And I hate that because I love Cedric Alexander.
You don't feel like he could be part of like the developmental for like ID or part of like anything in a performance center? You don't feel that way he could do that?
It'd be a nice thing for him, honestly. Like, I want to see Cedric wrestle more though. Like after Hurt Business and that whole thing breaking apart, Cedric's just kind of been on the roster and that's it. He's just another name on the roster. And I just keep always having those flashback moments of going, oh my God, remember this is Cedric Alexander when he was on the main Raw. He was in the Cruiserweight Classic. Everybody was so ready for it. 205 Live Cedric. Everybody loved him. And now we're here and it's just like Cedric's just a name on the roster. There's something wrong with that statement. Like, first of all, let me just say that right now. Let me just say it right now. All right. Like I said, it's cool Wes is in there. I'm happy Wes is in there. My boy Javon Evans, though, and Lexus King. First off, that match was damn good. Like, I feel like Lexus King doesn't get enough love. Like, he's honestly really damn good. He's another one, though, that said, like, I feel like NXT just doesn't know what to do with him right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
But he's damn good for what he is, or what he's doing in ring wise. But my boy Javon Evans, let's go. Like,
Why?
Junior.
Why? See, Henry, why are you saying that?
Oh no!
Oh my God! You just say what?
I'm gonna tell you this: if that man ever gets on the main roster and Truth is still active and on the main roster, an interaction between those two is going to be hysterical. I just think about that right now. The interaction those two have is going to be amazing. But I am happy he's in the match. Like, so far, I've gone back and just thought about, look at all the stuff he's done. He had the number one contenders match that Ethan Page ended up winning. He was over like hell during that match. In the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Championship, he was over like crazy. The fans love Javon Evans. Yes, his match recently, I believe it was with Wes. Or I don't remember who the hell was the one he had with the 2300 arena that he just had recently.
Yeah, it was Wesley.
It was Wesley. Okay, yeah, he won that match, and again, people said it was a little sloppy, and yes, it was a little sloppy. But
it was fast. It was for me. I feel like, and I apologize. I feel like it was kind of fast paced.
Yes, and that was really the big thing. They were moving so fast that they were more than guaranteed to freaking slip up. But for the most part, they recovered pretty damn well for those little slip-ups they had. So you know what? I thought it was a dope match. And again, I give Lexus King his freaking praise for that. I think, man, if he wins this Iron Survivor Challenge, it's going to be nuts. Do I think he wins the NXT title? No, I don't.
No, I don't see it happening.
But I love that they're keeping him in these moments of putting him in there with around the championship. I'm happy with that because the people are getting behind him, which
they got high hopes for him. They really do. I agree.
Yes. I also just double checked this when we talked about the Ridge Holland situation. Apparently it is the winner of that match, not only is it the winner of that match is going to be the number one contender.
Okay.
So basically, if Andre Chase loses, there will be no triple threat. There will be nothing. It is just Chase U is done. That is it. So that again, that is going to be yes. That is
son of a bitch.
So at this point, this is really going to be the how is Chase U going to how is the members of Chase U going to survive when they're by themselves, which sucks.
That's horrible.
It is. It is really it's shitty. We had Nikita Lyons and Adriana Rizzo. I like the new attitude for Nikita.
I do too.
I like it. I think that fits her very well. She seems like one of those people that's just like her character comes off as, she's got to have the little cocky edge to her, and I'm with it. It's really a good, nice twist for her to have that on her character, I think. So I'm with it. And I like the fact that, Adriana, we don't see her wrestle that much. So getting to see her go out there and, show out a little bit was good. So it was a solid little match they gave us. Like it's coming fresh off Nikita attacking Rizzo, because after the whole interaction with Oba, I love how nothing has come out of that since that interaction with those two, which is weird. I don't get that. You had that whole thing with Oba giving her his jacket, and then just basically they haven't interacted since then. It's just strange. But the little Nikita Adriana Rizzo little side feud has been nice. I'm cool with it, so I'm all for this. And then we had the main event. The main event was great. Again, Kalani and Fallon Henley. Kalani getting her rematch since she lost in the Women's North American Championship. It's a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. Fallon, I'm happy to see her finally as champion. I really like Fallon Henley. I think she's very, very good.
Yes, she's good. She improved a lot.
Yes, she really is. I've said this multiple times, off air, where I would see Fallon Henley and I go, I really like her. There's just something about her that just radiates likable. And no matter whether she's heel, whether she's babyface, I feel like people like her. And that's the thing, because she's really damn good. She's a nice she's a nice addition to any women's roster. If she's one of those to go on the main roster, she's going to do very well on that main roster, I think. Especially now that, there's a guaranteed mid-card championship for whatever at any moment for her. This is going to help build her more to get to the women's championship when it comes down to it. And I'm happy with that. And Kalani, like we just talked about, she is one of the standout women in this entire division. She's done a great job at not only being damn good in the ring, she's basically RVD female form. She's standing out in this. You have this giant women's roster, and everyone just go, and when people start picking out names, Kalani Jordan is one of them. She stands out to everybody.
Rusty has a question here for you.
Love Henley, but a Mickey 2.0? I don't know.
That's a good question.
Little comparison, honestly.
I don't mind it. It's. I mean, Rusty, if you can, are you meaning both character and in-ring performance, or just in-ring or character? I'm trying to see.
Interesting little comparison there, honestly.
I should like to. If you're talking about in-ring, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. But I think Henley still has way more to go than what, because it's a different era, of course. I can't compare them because it's a different era. But if you're speaking about the performance in-ring, how they both do ring, their in-ring abilities kind of similar, maybe so, but I still feel that Henley has a lot more. She's younger, of course, and this is a different era compared to what it was back in the Attitude Era and TNA days. I'm not saying that, not insulting Mickey James's age. None of that age is only a number, by the way. It's just that it's a whole different generation. So it's hard to compare that. But if you compare it to the in-ring, that's what I feel. Character, I don't know. I don't see the same character in my opinion. I don't see it. But that's just me.
I always wondered though, when I look back at Mickie James, what was her character after she got done with
just being a cowboy girl, pretty much. Like I think she wanted to be that girl that she wanted to when she became in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
I think she wasn't given the opportunity to do it because, of course, we already know why. Like, I think she wasn't given that chance to be herself. I think she wanted to be that cowboy girl, like Southern, which is cool. I have nothing against it.
Which I see Fallon having. I do. I see
that too. Huh. Let's see. And
I think she's very good, though. I think they're like I said, both these women are very good. It was a very good match. I wasn't surprised Fallon retains there. It's just, I think it's time to move Kalani on. And honestly, I think she might be the fifth person in that Iron Survivor challenge. And honestly, like I said, that right there will just build up that freaking matchup to be amazing right now with that stacked division, that incredible match. It's going to be nuts.
So one Trick wants the main struggle with the minister. I hope so too.
Job with Trick.
I hope so too. Let's see. This may sound crazy, but Lexus King Kim is better suited for the main roster.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think he's ready yet, in my opinion.
Honestly, I will say this: if Lexus ever did a full switch and just decided to say, "Screw it, I'm just gonna pull a freaking my dad moment and just be like my dad," that's wild. It could work because people will know. Like if he just full on goes, forget the name, I'm gonna be Brian Pillman freaking Jr. again, and just goes full, loose cannon like Pillman would do. Yeah, it could be interesting.
This was Russ saying, do you feel like Lex's name changed back to Pillman since they've been mentioning Pillman's name lately to find himself?
Yeah. It's one of those situations where he just goes out there and says, listen, I'm a Pillman. Like, you guys know my dad. Like, you've seen my dad. You know how the history of everything that this family's had. To keep that legacy going, I'm taking the name back. I'm going out there, and I'm going to be freaking just like my dad. I'm going to be a freaking loose cannon, like where this man just goes berserk on people. I'm with it.
Your thoughts on Collision heading to GalaxyCon Columbus next month?
Cool.
That's awesome. They needed to. I'll tell you one thing. Somebody actually, I know we're off subject on NXT very quick, but a fan of ours messaged me directly and was in attendance of AEW. But yeah, he asked me these questions, and I'll answer you, rest of us, when we get to AEW Dynamite in a few. That's for sure. And she's here to say Speedball could be WWE bound. I'll
be brutally honest, and this you can make it sound like I'm just being biased here and everything else. With the state of AEW right now, I would rather prefer Mike Bailey be in WWE.
We all do. I'll say that right now.
And that's no personal bias. That I just think WWE is better. Honestly, I think WWE is doing more. I think they will do more with Speedball if he goes there. Freaking AEW's at a state where just they're just all over the place. Again, I feel like Tony Khan is just kind of doing the shows. He's not booking anything. He's just throwing a show together and just content with whatever the hell he puts on television. Speedball's just going to end up on freaking Collision, wrestling Hologram, wrestling Beast Mortos, hanging around on Rampage after a while. Like, you can hype him up and have him show up on Dynamite once every few weeks. He's going to be more on Collision and freaking Rampage while it still exists. And it's going to suck because it's going to be like, cool, so you brought in Mike Bailey for these random few moments where you just go, hey, look, he's on Dynamite wrestling this guy. And then you brought him back over to Collision for like the next few weeks after that. Like, it's not that exciting.
Let's see, too old? No, it's age is only a number, Henry.
Bro.
Yeah, no, hey, talk, please. We're gonna have to, Rusty, unfortunately, because we're saving that for. We'll wait until we get there, Rusty. We're gonna tell you what is it why? And you'll hear our answer. You may like, but I still want to stick with NXT Bird before we move that. But yes, go ahead. My apologies.
Yeah, I overall I enjoyed this show. And again, you can say I'm a freaking stan for NXT. I've always been an NXT freaking fan. It's just I've sat through all the good times. I sat through the freaking 2.0 crap and just had it feel like, it just 2.0 to me, I will say it every single time. It felt like main roster on Tuesdays. And that I hated was the most part about it. It felt like the old man got his hand on it and was just like, I can turn this into just what I do on Mondays and just what I do on Fridays. Like, that's exactly how NXT felt when it was 2.0. When it moved on from 2.0, it moved on to what felt like old NXT, but it also feels like a little bit of new NXT, but not 2.0 levels, which is good.
I'll tell you one thing that really intrigued me of NXT. The matches, like everything was great. Everything. The women did fantastic. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I'm glad that Stephanie and Julie are getting used to. You can tell they're getting so used to the American style and getting an understanding of it little by little. And they're so smart. They're fucking able to get it like so pretty quick. They just, oh man, it just every time when I see all the women in NXT, it's just, fuck, where the fuck are you, Farouk? Come on, Farouk. I need you here somewhere because it's like, damn it. Oh, man, it's just like. Got Mania running wild up in this shit. It's like, fuck. It's like, oh my God. It just like, it was, I had to. It was Nalgandubly. That's what it was. That's what it was. Nalga Indubitably. So that's number 83. So yes, that's number 83. And awesome seeing, Chikara. They're really improving, and I can't wait to see what the fuck they're gonna do in the main roster, and that's gonna be awesome to see. Sol Ruka and Cora loved it. I get people were shocked. What? Like, I feel Cora is gonna be the last woman getting a second chance. She's gonna be the 5th member. I hate to say that. I feel she's going to be the 5th member. It's either between her, Wendy Chu, or Tatum Paxley. One of those 3 women are going to, unless Shawn Michaels does a triple threat match or a battle royal who gets the last one spot, then it has to be, or Jordan Grace. That is what I feel could happen here. I love Cora Jade. She's great. So is Ruka.
God, what a match.
I don't know. That's going to be the toughest one. I think they should determine the last spot as a battle royal. I think you should make it a battle royal and make it a fatal 4-way, the last 4 in the ring, make that main event between Tatum Paxley, Jordan Grace, Cora Jade, and I would really put I would put who would have put it the last one is the question. Not Wendy Chu. Maybe someone else. Thea Haley. Fuck it. Give me Thea Haley. Give me the fatal 4-way.
Let's go with Thea.
Oh, that'll be awesome to see. And the winner of that. Well, I don't care who wins of that, but I still feel like Cora J might be involved somehow, some way this week. Because I feel like that Roxanne said
at this moment have no heels in this matchup.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And if the 3 obvious women there are going to be in the match, you have no heels so far.
What's going on, heel man? Happy Thursday or Friday, wherever you are. My brother, 7 are going to be starting being TV at the same time. Does Dom feels like the dedicated ahead of him? This is all about how I
be honest with you, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
You're not lying there, heel. I'll tell you that. But we'll get it to AEW right now. Yeah. Wesley and Cedric and great matchup. Lexus King has been improving so much in this fucking match. Like his matches, his character is. Thank God he's getting somewhere with these doing. And I know when I hear Russell saying about, I don't know, I still rather keep him the same character. He'll get there soon. I feel like he'll. The one thing I don't want him to be is, and I make get shit on this, what I'm saying. But I feel he needs to be his own character. Because I feel like that Pillman style already has its already owned right now. And guess who's that? Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy did it. And if you go back and look at Joe Gacy's character in NXT before he joined the Wyatts, he had that character.
Yes.
He had the psychotic, the schism, like whatever, like very psychotic. Yes, in the beginning we compared it to the Wyatt family beginning, right? But then when I look back at it and look at Pillman's character, the psychotic, like that type of style is like Joe Gacy.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, Joe Gacy maybe was Pillman. We don't know. None of us know. Maybe it was. But it's just I'd rather have Lexus King be his own entity, be himself, what he could find for himself to be who he is, instead of his father. I don't hate it. I'd rather, because I think generically we see that repetitively a lot. Your father, son, father, son, father, son. For that, I could go way back. I'm old school shit. This is like going like fucking Vern Gagne and Greg Gagne style. So come on, it's like we don't want to go to that route. Like you think Greg Gagne wanted to be like his father, Vern Gagne? No, but he had no choice in an AWA. But he had no choice because he was a junior. He was like, oh my god, it's like the same, like AAA, like the Hijo del Santos Junior, like the same shit. You want to be your own entity and be yourself. You don't want to be fucking like who the founder of the family. Bret Hart did it. He didn't want to be like his dad. Right. He did it different. Everybody else did it. So it's like I don't. As much as we would like that, but I feel like they should find their own fucking entity in that. But there's one thing you forgot to miss on this NXT that got me intrigued over which I told you is the Sean Spears showed up to Tony D'Angelo's fucking restaurant, and I'm like, oh, who the fuck is that guy next to him? I'm trying to remember who he is, what he is, but
I did some research, and all I know is the guy's name is Nico.
Okay, yeah. I gotta.
Supposedly, he's a guy who's been signed to NXT for like a year.
And they're barely taking him out, right? So they're okay.
Yeah, so
I'm intrigued. I just yes, it was the movie. Like remember how I mentioned last week? It is a movie Split. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Yes, it was. It was like that's a Sean Spears character that I see in this fucking with him. I think it fits well with Tony D'Angelo's. That
yes,
I can't wait. It just gives me the chills. Like oh yeah, I think it's gonna be a great story. Is that just what is told there? Fuck yeah, I think there's something that Tony D'Angelo needs.
Yes,
with that North American title, I think Sean Spears is a great fit for that, and the story's going to develop very well. I can't wait till deadline how it goes with those stories every Tuesday. If they can do it right on social media, everything I mentioned last week, it's going to be wild. I think that match is going to be wild. I think it could be a trilogy in my opinion. I don't mind it to be a trilogy. I think they go to the point of being a steel cage match, like go psychotic, like the last that ended there. Right. I can see that happening. So, but I'm invested. I'm so invested in Tony D doing that.
Yes.
You pretty much hit overall. One thing I forgot that you didn't mention, which is finally they're doing fucking something. I like what Ava was like. Prove me the fuck wrong. Who wants to be the number contender for these tag team titles?
Title stuff. That's what I was just about to bring up. Too. That ending with a full-on freaking knock him out, drag him out brawl.
I like it.
I loved it, dude. I'm with you. I love it. It was so good. What a way to light a fire under the tag team division by saying, "Go out there and prove it to me." And they're all just like, "All right, fuck it. We'll just go beat the shit out of each other out there at the end of the show." And it's like, I'm sold.
I fucking sold that shit.
Right? Simple, and, to the point.
Hell yeah. Let's see. NXT did 631 on the overall and the viewership. They did twice better than from the last weeks, of course, which I don't know how.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. The last couple of weeks. Let's see. They were number overall viewing, like to see where they were at. They were number. Let's see. Number. Okay, PW. Okay, 18-49. They were 16% up. So they were number 6. over the Bulls and the Bulls game, the Sixers game, 76ers. No, not the Bulls game. Sorry, Knicks 76ers. Because I know the Bulls, that was Wednesday. 76ers and Knicks, and they were up from the Duke and Kentucky game as well.
Not bad. See?
So they were up there. So even though we know Dynamite did better, but whatever. They only
Great
did
job, NXT.
But good job, NXT. They were up there. So I mean, I don't know, bro. It's NXT. At least they're telling the stories where we're heading into deadline. They got enough time. It's gonna be awesome. I want to see. I'm like so far what they announced next week for NXT, which I'm stoked for.
Right.
We still got more challenges coming up on both sides. They announced besides Andre and Rich Holland.
Right.
They announced that's right, Rizzo and the tag team match, an intergender tag team match.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
That's right.
They mentioned that one. That one is going to be, it's going to be. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, we got Tony D'Angelo versus. Tony D'Angelo is facing. Was it Brooke Hudson? Or no.
Oh, Brooks Jensen.
Brooks Jensen. There you go. And there you go. So we're gonna have Dion Lennox and Riley Reese versus Tatum Miles and Carmen. That's the introduction.
Right.
And then we still got two matches for the men's and women's. They haven't announced who the participant in that one yet.
I think OTM has a match, as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They do. I don't know who they're facing.
I think they're facing Hank and Tank, honestly.
Okay.
Chef,
what's going on? Chef? What is good, man? What is good,
up, bro?
All right, let's see here. NXT
was, yes.
Oh yeah, heel man. This has been killing it. Heart World should have been. I'm with you too, Henry.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I feel like they jumped the gun calling her up. Like they had her with a championship reign and then they took it away from her so quick, and then we're just like, okay, call her up quick. It's like, was Indy really ready for that? I don't think so yet.
I don't think so either.
I think they kind of jettisoned her too fast.
At least drop a title to another title. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, Henry. We'll see. I mean, let's see. Alexis has proven. Yes, he has. He has really. Mm-hmm. Now we can say for Dynamite. Now that everybody wants to talk about it. See, I'm all right. Just writing a book. I appreciate you, brother. You are the man. But anything final thoughts you want to touch on NXT host?
No, just NXT continues to be one word: consistent with great shows.
Thank God. Shawn Michaels. That's another clip I need to get. I just realized it too when you talk about Shawn Michaels. The one that he couldn't speak to. What was it? To Tom Phillips? I gotta get that clip. Oh my God, I need to get that clip.
What the hell is that, Sean?
Do you remember that one? Do you remember what he? It was the Hall of Fame one.
What the hell?
It's like it doesn't like what?
Griff Garrison.
Whoa, who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
This is Griff Garrison.
I
love Griff's face in that freaking clip. He's just like, yes, I'm me.
Oh man, but NXT was. It was. Yes, it was glorious. I'll tell you that. Let's see. No, Ivan, you and the Redeemer are the man. And WWE did. They did.
They jettisoned her too fast.
It's hard. I don't know. It's I feel bad, but I think she'll be great in the Indies. She ain't going nowhere. I think she's going to stay. I see you're going to TNA.
She's got options, which is good. Yeah, TNA. Like I said, I feel like I love the fact that this is the one thing I'm happy about is I feel like now being able, because most of the people would just say send them to AEW, send them to AEW, send them to AEW. I like that we can say go to TNA. I love that TNA has again become a viable option, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Let me see. Oh yeah, TNA bound. Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Yep.
Let's go.
Please. All right. Now is that time, folks. Sorry, Rusty, you're still here, but we're gonna have to do it.
What?
time! It's time! It's Vader time!
That's right. It's Dynamite that happened 24 hours ago, folks. And I know all of you guys. I know I heard Rusty. He was not happy that we're going to cover Dynamite. We have to remember we are professional wrestling analysts, folks. So we had to cover it. I know. I know.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I know. But I hate to say it, the matches were so great. The audience to me were really more like,
Huh? This is whack. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
that's what it feels like here.
Mhm.
Oh God. You see, I
Again.
wish you all very well could take calls, pop a video. I have a lot of questions for AEW. I want to succeed. Oh, I want to enjoy it, but
I do too.
Well, I'm gonna let Redeemer right quick take over this. I'll be right back, but go ahead and take it over.
See, I'm with you, Rusty, with wanting it to be good because again, I'm just a wrestling fan. Okay, I want to see AEW do very well for itself, and I don't know what it is. I've said this before when all the talk of the new TV deal was coming in, and they were just like, okay, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? And I feel like after they took that money and basically they just accepted the fact that they got what they wanted and they're just giving us a show that's not good at all. They're just content with what they're giving us, whether it makes sense or not. And that is the problem. That's the big problem with all of AEW. It's just there's not compelling stories. And no matter even when there is, they're not really that compelling because look at the stuff we got here. I will start this. I'll say it right here. The opening match, Christian and Hangman versus the Bang Bang Gang, Jay White and Juice Robinson. I thought that match was very, very good. It's just there's a part of that. There's two feuds in that entire thing going on where it's Christian and Hook and Jay White and Hangman. Jay White and Hangman's side of that feud, of that whole entire matchup right there, is the one part I'm actually looking forward to. Christian and Hook, not looking forward to it. Wait, what do you mean? What, it wasn't a tag match? It was a tag match. It was Hangman Christian versus Jay White and Juice Robinson. It was not a good. It was a good tag team match. It really, really was. But again, there's part of that feud I just don't care, and that's Christian and Hook. Because again, in the end, what is this going to do for Hook? It's not going to do a damn thing. It's not like this is going to catapult Hook to a mid-card title. They don't give a shit about Hook anymore. It just seems like it was a free-for-all, no tagging it. Yeah, it was, but still, overall, I thought it was a good tag team match. It was a good way to start it, even though there was part of it that I don't care. I think the Christian stuff, I'll say this, the patriarchy stuff, honestly, I feel like it's run its course. I'm not intrigued by it.
It's dying out. It's really dying out.
Christian's character is just basically, let me just make fun of you, and if you have a dead dad, I'm gonna make fun of your dead dad. And I'm just like, how far can you keep doing that before anyone just goes, okay, does Christian do anything else? It's losing losing steam. It's losing it a lot. And right now, Nick Wayne's not doing anything. Mama Wayne's just there so everybody can gawk at her.
I mean, besides getting kidnapped, but that's a whole different story.
Respectfully, indubitably, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, there you go. Yep, 84, baby. 84.
Because other than the Hook and Christian stuff, the one thing I don't give a damn about, as much as I like Kip Sabian, him being involved with Christian is just utterly stupid. It's dumb. This man literally had Christian go out there and tell you, listen, you keep interfering in whatever the hell I'm doing, I'm going to put you in the ground with your already dead dad. And I'm like, so why the fuck is he hanging out with Christian then? How do you get told that and then just go, yeah, I'll hang out with Christian. This is cool. Like, what? It makes no damn sense. None of it. Like, I'm not intrigued. You're not building up Hook anymore. You're not really doing much for Nick Wayne. Kip Sabian is not going to amount to shit on this damn roster. So there's just a lot of that entire tag match, as good as the match was, that I just don't give a shit. The Hangman and Jay White stuff is the only stuff out of that entire matchup that I really give a damn about, because first off, their matchup that they just had recently was awesome. It was awesome. And I'm expecting more when they have that rematch again. Hands down, but I just don't give a damn about what Christian's doing. We've talked about this on this show. Christian winning that contract was utterly freaking pointless, because it's just now Christian just walks around with a contract and that's it. No one cares. Like right now, Christian should not have won that contract. Hands down. It's just right now, right off the bat. AEW does this whole thing where it's like they give you something good, then they just give you a bunch of crap. And I hate it.
I know we're gonna get into details, but I just wanted to say about AEW. It's just when the fan asked me, because he messaged me, he asked me, like, "Hey, what do you think?" I want to know, like, your opinion. Like, I see you guys at the show.
Mm-hmm.
I was in attendance there, and there wasn't much. He sent me a screenshot picture showing me. You know what? Here, I'll download it so you guys can see that I'm not bullshitting. I'll download the picture that he sent me. And he sent me this picture of, let me see, I'm looking for it, and I'll put it right here so you guys can see. Oh, shit, hold on. Where the fuck is it? David Cohen. There you go. So shout out to David Cohen for being a fan of the show.
Yes.
Yeah, if you guys answer me directly, I will answer your questions. You know, if you say, hey, you know what, I'm a fan of Circle Debate. I wanted to know, you know, your thoughts. And, you know, you can message Redeemer, myself, Pepsi Phil directly. We will answer your questions. We have no issue with that. In case you guys missed the show, like if you guys really want to know more questions, we're more welcome to answer your questions.
Absolutely.
For us, is not a problem because we love you fans to keep us going. So I'm trying to get this damn picture. Come on, give me this damn picture, damn it. Let's see. Save as. Put it. Put it here. PNG style. Yes. Okay. Let's see if it want to pull it up. Hopefully so. Oh, there we go. So he sent me. Uploading it now. He sent me this pic. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Like, that's what he said.
Oh gosh! Wow!
Wow!
Ooh!
Yeah.
That right there. Every time we see those pictures, tells you the state of AEW right now. We will tell you hands down how we feel about these. We feel about this show. The creative is not good for this show. It's just there's more bad, it feels like, on this show than there is good. Even when there is like this little bit of nitpick where you could just be like, this was all right, this was fine, this was good. It just doesn't amount enough for this show to usually be good. And that's what I hate saying, because it's like it's showing the way the crowd is depleted so much. It shows you that they're not doing something right here. The way that their ratings, people watching at home are not intrigued. Yes, Mox takes over TBS headquarters, but is at the show made no sense. Yeah, it didn't make any sense because it was literally fucking clickbait. It's literally all it was. Yep. This whole feud. This whole Moxley story, I'll jump right to it. This whole Moxley story sucks. It's not intriguing. I did not expect coming off of Moxley and freaking Brian after Brian got suffocated the second time with a fucking plastic bag. This is not how I expected this this follow-up to go. It's been so freaking dull. Moxley has literally just come out and freaking rambled, the same freaking nonsense. Prime example, this promo that he cut on this show. It literally felt so repetitive.
We have the power.
Right? It literally felt the same promo that he's been cutting for weeks. It literally had the same start. Like the first half of the promo was literally the same fucking promo he just cut last week.
I'm gonna teach you a lesson to you.
It's so bad, and I get it. Like people will talk about, oh well, Tony gave Moxley creative control for this whole story. Well, guess what? Moxley's creative control for this story is not good. If he's got control for this story, it's not good.
I know what he's doing, though. I hear you, but I know what he's doing. And he did an interview with the New York Post, and he was on character. People thought it was legit what he said. Like, he made comments about the store, about like, the company and what it is. It seems like he's insulting the company. Like, I even heard David McGregor and Bully Ray talk about the interview that Moxley did. But he's in character. Like, McGregor got offended, and I get McGregor's feelings, but you have to keep in mind it's a story. But the fear, the fear for me, which is heading that way, because the way how you breaking it down makes sense. It's heading to that WCW type of style, and it's gonna fucking boring as fuck.
I hate it because Moxley literally said a reset, and I just kept thinking to myself, like, okay, do you just not remember that there was another company outside of WWE that did a reset, and how well did that go?
I'll get that, Rusty, just for you. I've got the power,
right? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't trust Tony booking anything right now because it's not been good, and I don't trust him giving creative control to people at this point to try to book it because it's not working.
He's just fucking I think, like I said, when the fan asked me the question, and I told him, like, I feel that Tony is just really just training out the rest of the year, and now that once they officially announced fully the contract renewal with HBO Max, which you know, I know that Jordan had a question for us. Jordan, I apologize that I kind of want to save that for you, and then for Luis is like, they're all saving that for that. I feel that they're just really draining whatever the fuck is left. Do it out of nowhere. Just say it's fucking whatever. It's just they're gonna officially announce us next year. We're renewed. Here you catch us on this and this channel, like a revamped AEW, and I feel like he's just draining out whatever it is. That's what it seems to me, that he doesn't like. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just like, I feel like, to add on what you're saying, is like, I don't give a fuck. Just do it, and that's it. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me that he's doing, and it's not. I don't know how the fuck you want to tell you the demographics. I could tell you where they were at. I could literally tell you they beat NXT. They beat NXT, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is.
I'm not surprised there, honestly. I knew that this show was gonna freaking get more tread.
I don't even want to say the number because it was the three sixes thousands.
Oh, was it really? Oh,
yeah. So they were there.
Honestly, I'm not surprised.
They were the highest from the last one in the beginning of October. They were up from 27 from 523 to 66. So yeah, good. Okay. Now on television viewers, they were top 5 on television.
Damn.
So no, it's fine. I mean, I'm not hating on them.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Like I said,
the matches are great, Justin. The thing is, like, the story is the problem that you and I have the issue with them is you're not giving us stories,
right?
You're not fucking telling us. And what I told the fan is like, the problem is here is he's too. I've been saying it. I'm gonna keep on saying it. He's too fucking lenient. He doesn't know how to book his stories heading into Full Gear. Like, you're booking everything in last fucking minute. All these promos, all these matches that you're like, everything that you're doing this Dynamite. You have one more Dynamite heading road to Full Gear, and then what you're doing.
Right.
You're just like, I don't know. It's like you're not giving us a story to heading into Full Gear. Tell me the stories. What is it that he's giving us to heading to Full Gear besides a Moxley and Orange Cassidy? What other ones he's giving us?
Oh God. I mean, like I said, he's got these little stories like Hangman and Jay White. It's good. I think it can be good. And like I said, other than the really good matches, there's got to be something there that they get out like there because like Jay White just comes back. Hangman, targets him. Jay White's not gonna let that shit fly. Hangman is basically, the guy where he just came off beating Swerve. Like this man honestly should be challenging for the world championship, but at the point where we're trying to rebuild Jay White, where we know this Jay White. We know Jay White. He's a main eventer. That guy is freaking phenomenal. And it's just like, other than hanging around in the Bang Bang gang, what has he been doing? Not a damn thing. This is a chance to rebuild Jay White and get him back to that main event status. And if you have to go through Hangman to do it, then that's how you do it. Which makes all the sense in the world right now. Yeah. But like outside of that, like there's so many bits and pieces of this. Like Fletcher, I'll jump a little bit ahead for this show too. I'll do it here. Fletcher and Ospreay. I think the match itself is amazing, but I still don't get the fact why Fletcher wouldn't be happy being compared to his buddy. This is his guy, Will Ospreay. He's been, United Empire. They've been together. How you not take being compared to the man that basically gets told he is the greatest wrestler in the world today? Like, how are you not happy with that? How do you just go out there and just be like, yeah, I'm so corrupted by Don Callis that I'm going to turn on my best friend? I don't get it. I'm not invested that much in Fletcher as a heel right now. And if you're eventually going to turn Mark Davis against him, like the Don Callis family as a whole has been a dud in its own right.
It has, but the one thing I'll tell you, and I apologize for interrupting. One thing that I can tell you though on that, I think where they fucked up on that one. Don't get me wrong. I think the story it works. However, the problem that doesn't have us intrigued fully is they never gave we barely got an explanation to last night instead of the day after he did the heel turn. He did not. Don Callis didn't even allow him to say this is why we did it, or him saying here this is why I did it.
And he should be the one to say it, not Callis, not nobody else. Fletcher should be the one to say it.
I agree. It should have been him. But at least Callis introduced. Yeah, he'll tell you why. He'll take the mic and then he'll say what he has to say. Like there was no introduction to it to develop that story. Like when we saw Collision, when we did the watch along for him and Commander, why the fuck did he struggle to that? Like he shouldn't. Like I thought about it again, and I know I said it that time. I know I said in the beginning that he should have struggled because he's trying to be better than than Will Ospreay. But then again, I thought about it. What you said that time. He's like, no, if you're gonna make this guy heel, he has to be that intensive, aggressive guy to be like, oh my god, like
yeah.
And I think about it, look back and look at the other matches he had. After that, it's like, Redeemer's right. He shouldn't be this way. And I think that's where they fall up on that story. The story is great. The only problem is for it to be, it should have been better. Was the introduction right after, what happened at Wrestle Dream that happened right after.
Yeah,
to get an understanding of the story.
Yeah,
because now it seems like this fucking story is rushed. It's like, we're gonna like the fuck.
Yeah,
I mean that's.
I know people are gonna go out there and just be like, oh, it's just Fletcher being a heel. Like he literally got booed out of the building, and he's just like, I'm not gonna give you an explanation because you're booing me, and that was it. And I'm just like, that doesn't help the story. Like I see Rusty's comment right here where it says the Kyle Will promo was telling a great story. I honestly think, again, the promo was great. I like it, but it's like, I like the promo. I'm not that invested in a story where you're basically not happy with being compared to your amazing freaking friend. That's like, I don't get it. Like it's not helping the Callis family. Nothing. The Callis family, like I said, has just been so dead. There's nothing. It doesn't matter how many times Callis goes out and brings somebody in and then gets rid of them one and then brings in like two more and then gets rid of one. And then it's such a never-ending cycle of just nothing for the Callis family. Like even Takeshita, it's helped Takeshita a little bit because now he's the international champion. But like, I just don't know. The Callis family as a whole is just not a good part of this show because it's not doing anything else for anybody else. It's helping Takeshita for now, but once Takeshita drops that international title, it's gonna go right out the window again.
Let's see. Russ is saying Collision is canceled December 7th due to ticket sales have moved to a venue for that day. Is what I heard.
Wow.
Well, not surprised there. He said Mox needs to understand that the inside baseball storylines are not cool anymore. We watch wrestling. I agree with you right there, Heel.
True.
That one, I agree with you. Russ is saying the cowboy promo was, it was. I'm not saying. I'm saying the promo was not bad. Yeah. I think the promo was great. Like I'm not knocking the promo what happened last night. My thing is really more the start of it to get to this is the problem. That really has us like, hey. Because it's so predictable.
It just came on so fast and so unexpected. Like,
yeah, because he's doing it. He's fucking rushing shit. He's heading into fucking.
He's rushing shit or he's not doing shit. That's the problem with Tony. It's like you said, you were talking about how he just feels like he's just waiting until the end of the year. Honestly, I don't even know if he's going to really do anything at the beginning of next year. Like again,
he's gonna have to because I'll tell you what he's gonna have to redeem her because if they're paying him extra money for renew his contract, and the conditions are they're gonna really have put his shows be televised. Hey, coming up this Wednesday, come over and tune in marketing style. He's gonna have to because he just do that shit. You think they're gonna be happy about the ratings and everything else? They're not gonna be happy about it.
At this point, like I said, I've said multiple times here, I just feel like he's just took the money and run, and that's it. He just pressed it. He just literally took the money and went, all right, we can just half-ass and or do nothing. And I'm just like, well, what the hell?
I feel like he's doing that now until like next year. I'm hoping that he changes it around.
I hope he does.
I hope so because if you're going to HBO Max for your pay-per-views and everything else, like you really need to fix that shit because this is something people. I mean, this company's paying your ass this network is paying your ass to keep this going, and you're gonna don't fuck up Ring of Honor's television deal once you announce it.
Exactly.
Which we don't even know if it's 100%. So if it does happen, if he fucks it up, we know whose fault is that. That's his fault. As much as he says, "Oh no, it ain't." No, it wasn't. No, it's just like I said. You're too lenient with your talent. You gotta be strong with your talent. I hate to say fucking Vince fucking style, but you're gonna have to here. It's just there's too much leniency. It's like you were paying them this much money, which, like I said, I'm not hating them. They're getting paid money. I'm not saying they shouldn't be there, but be all the time. But I'm saying if you're gonna get stories, but then book them consistently to develop that story heading to your pay-per-view.
Yes,
your pay-per-views have never disappointed. For me, I feel like they have been great, but your TV shows is where it's the problem.
Right,
it has us like, what the fuck is this shit? You know, that's.
I'm serious. I'm not gonna sit back and take this fucking shit.
You fucking take it because you're fucking bullshit, Tony Khan.
You are bullshit, Tony Khan.
You're bullshit, and it's indubitably bullshit. That's right. I had to say indubitably to that.
You're bullshitting us, and you're bullshitting yourself.
That's right. Indubitably. That's two of them. That's 86.
God, like I'll even jump back to the Mercedes stuff. Like, it's cool. Like, again, I love how they're treated. They're making Stat look so dominant. But again, is she going to beat Mercedes? I don't think so. And I don't like what they're doing with Camille. at all. How did it go from one loss? How does one loss to Statlander equal fuck you? I'm not even gonna you're nothing to me anymore. Like, that was such a quick switch for no apparent reason. I don't get it. It makes first off, Mercedes is already a terrible part of this show to begin with, right? Killing Camille. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Literally, I don't know what the hell she did. I don't know if she's got heat with somebody backstage. I don't know if she fucking shit in somebody's fucking Wheaties or something. I don't know what. That woman is getting absolute freaking garbage at this point. They are treating her like garbage at this point. Like, this whole freaking thing. Like, I get you if you want to make Stat look strong, fine. Like, the segment of her, driving freaking Camille and freaking Mercedes through a wall last night was fucking cool. Other than that, Stat doesn't feel like she belongs in this situation because she just came off this freshly minted heel turn that went nowhere, and now she's a baby face again. And I don't know. It's just so much going on. Again, more of AEW that just makes no sense whatsoever. And I hate saying that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I like how they flowed into the next, like, the matchup after, but like after the Fletcher and Ospreay segment. But again, it was I get it. It's Roddy trying to get his third win to get inside the match with freaking MJF, and eventually if Adam Cole got in there, which again, I'll go to that too. Cole losing to Takeshita. Honestly, I'm cool with this. I'm cool with that because you're not pinning your international champion again after he just got pinned in a tag match last week. But now what? You're telling me that I have to get intrigued by Roderick Strong and MJF.
I gotta finish this doesn't happen there, but go ahead.
Honestly, I thought they were just gonna go with the gusto, make this the pointless friggin' triple threat, and just have the Kingdom turn on friggin' Adam Cole and join MJF. Because at this point, I just feel like Tony's just gonna look at that whole situation and go, "Hey, remember how they were with Adam Cole? Well, what if they were with MJF the whole time?" Like, just because shock factor, like, that would be the dumbest thing ever. And I genuinely don't know, because I'm actually not really that intrigued by Cole and MJF anymore.
You know what I'm afraid of, though?
The story was so start-stop and plagued with injuries and felt like it just went nowhere, that it's like I don't even care to see them run it back again, honestly.
You know what I'm afraid of, though, when it comes to that story? You know how you mentioned WCW, right? Mm-hmm. I'm afraid I just thought about it right now when you mentioned WCW. I just hope it doesn't happen. If it does, it'd be the stupidest thing, a waste of time on a pay-per-view. If Roddy lays down and gets pinned by MJF, and then they decide to join with MJF.
Oh my God. If they finger poke a fucking Doom on this show.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if everybody comes to watch the watch along when that shit happens, and if that shit happens on that fucking pay-per-view, I'm walking out. I'm walking out of the room.
Yeah, I know you would.
I will.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be like, what the fuck? I'm like,
nope.
You fucking mark.
I will literally, if you are that committed to recreate what is easily one of the worst things that happened in WCW history, that you are willing to do it yourself, whatever happens to you going forward after that, you deserve. Because you're stupid enough to do that situation.
That's like a waste of $50 for that fucking pay-per-view, in my opinion.
Right?
Really, it is. It's fucking a waste of $50. So
right?
Makes
sense. Makes sense of MJF, Cole, and Roddy. What is there to make sense of? There's nothing to make sense of, because first off, Roddy doesn't belong in the situation. Cole and friggin' MJF is like dead on friggin' like just where it stands anyway, and now they're trying to revive it, which now it feels like it's going nowhere, because now all of a sudden we're just going, hey, are you intrigued by Roddy and MJF? Listen, if they were just having a regular wrestling match without friggin' any kind of stakes, and there was no little bit of story that they were trying to tell with Cole and friggin' MJF still, I'd probably be a little bit of intrigued, but I'm not really, because I don't really why did Cole not just win the fucking match then last night then?
Yeah.
There's just so much that I don't really.
I mean, there's another second considerer too, Redeemer, that I just pretty thinking about.
What we got?
Let's say if Roderick say I'm hurt, I can't do it. So I got jumped and whatever. He got jumped right by masked men.
Yeah.
So Adam Cole takes his place. He goes, excuse me, and then he ends up getting jumped by masked men. Adam Cole and MGF gets the pin. I mean, very quick. And turns out it was them, United Kingdom, with Kyle O'Reilly, and then joining MJF. Would that be a better way, or do you think that still be bullshit?
Man, I just don't know how.
There's so many scenarios to book this shit, though.
I just don't know how you can save this at this point. Like Cole and, like I said, Cole and MJF had so much start-stop that people lost so much interest because sadly it was plagued with so many freaking injuries that by the time you restart it, between that and the mix of the state of AEW right now, people don't care. No one wants to see it run back because, again, what happens again if friggin' Adam Cole just randomly gets hurt again, or if MJF suddenly just friggin' gets hurt? Like, it once again, story goes to the sidelines again, and then you friggin' wait another friggin' year and a half to try to run it back again. Like, it's just
that's why I feel like
on from this.
I'm with you. You know, I feel like because the fan asked me, though, David Cohen asked me.
Right.
Like, do you feel like, hey, you know, why did they do it this way? I feel they did this and switch it around because Adam Cole was not ready yet for him to come back. So they had to switch MJF to the heel and the opposite. So now in this case, I think in order to end this way would be at World's End. I feel the last solution to really have the story go and end it like completely, because it's been like how you mentioned that year, going in a year and a half, going on 2 years, is that World End. Is okay, have MJF legitimately beat MJF and brutally defeat him and kick his ass completely.
Yeah.
Have the United Kingdom join him, just only Jesus Christ. I can remind me their names. Yes, my.
The Kingdom? Friggin'
the Kingdom.
Matt Taven, Mike Bennett.
Go with MJF. Turn on Roderick. That's just why we saw Kyle Fletcher. This, you know, I mean Kyle O'Reilly, excuse me. Well, we saw him, and then we get the undisputed reuniting versus MJF at World's End, maybe so, or have Roderick and Kyle reunited as a tag team versus United Kingdom at World's End. MJF versus Adam Cole at World's End. End that story. That's it. That could be the last solution. I'm just saying, to just end the story at World's End will be the last thing. I think it will be the best way to end it. That's it. I'm just I may be wrong. And I'm just saying. I mean, that's probably the last resort. What other way you could go? Because this, like you said, the story really they took forever with the story, and it's dying out. It's just like, I don't know what to do. Like that's what I think. I feel that could be the last solution. There is have United Kingdom really turn their back on Roderick Strong. Which is why we saw Kyle O'Reilly there yesterday. He picked up Roderick, did not shake Adam Cole's hand, and then, hey, come on, it's like your fucking Shield type of style. Like maybe this could be the way. I don't know. I may be wrong, but I'm just
tough because honestly, I don't even think any of us can predict where it's going next. Because really, first off, it just feels so. Like I said, we feel just so uninterested by it to the point like it's like. Do we even bother? Do we even bother trying to predict what the hell could happen next? Because again, like, what situation can genuinely save this to get people to want to just be like, I'm interested in this. I'm interested in this. Because literally, like I said, you've got it just basically to a point where the feud just feels so ice cold between Cole and MJF that it's like a random heel turn by the Kingdom on Cole to MJF doesn't really do much. It just makes us go like, so what freaking sense does that make? I just don't know. I just feel like there's so many positions that you could try, but I just don't see any beneficial outcome out of this entire thing. Like, I felt like it was just time to just move on from Cole and MJF. I don't know what the hell you do with the Undisputed Kingdom. I don't know if you just disband them so they just be like, we don't ever have to think about the Devil storyline that didn't freaking absolutely succeed whatsoever. I just don't know anymore. I don't know. AEW needs a miracle right now.
I mean, I get you, Danny Huckins, and I appreciate you for tuning in.
Right?
I think it's prior before Punk. That's just so started before Punk even showed up. That's just me. I mean, I may be wrong. It's like, who would you guys go choose to be replace her as a
Scott D'Amore?
Yep, Scott D'Amore automatically.
Yeah. As much as everyone says, hey, if you brought him in, have him run Ring of Honor. Have him run Dynamite at this point.
Hell yeah, I'll have him run Dynamite. I'd rather have Scott D'Amore.
It would take it all off of Tony, and Scott can do it at this point.
I feel like Jerry Lynn and fucking Dean Malenko are just sitting there. Like, yeah, whatever you say, man. We're getting paid. We're getting paid. I'm like, what the fuck? No, hell no. I want to book. They're intelligent. Oh yeah. I really want to go to the Globe Live Field next Wednesday for AEW free event here in Arlington. But I'm scared. No, go.
Right. I mean,
Rusty, I recommend for you to go because I want you to let us know how that goes. And I am curious to hear the attendance and
especially
the
if
audience.
it's a free event. Shit.
It's a free event. Go for it, man. Why not? Nobody cares to see Roderick Strong get beat by MJF.
True.
It's true. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're not wrong about that.
Again, what does MJF beating Roddy do? It does nothing. What does Roddy beating MJF do? Honestly, nothing. Because again, the main focus is Cole and MJF, and they're not even doing that because you had Cole lose.
Yeah, that's what I got. I feel like the last resort to save that story. Even though it may not be intriguing what I said earlier, but I think it's probably the best solution for it to end and just have it the undisputed reunite and United Kingdom go the different routes, how you said, and MJF too, and MJF go for something else. Okay, you literally lost it. Look, like I said, the wrestling match was great in AEW. Like, I gotta give credit to Adam Cole. He took a beating from fucking Konosuke. He literally fucking whooped his ass.
Yeah,
the match was awesome. I'm not denying none of that. It's just like I feel that I think it's the best way to end that story, and that's it. Everybody move forward and go their own direction. I may be wrong, but I'm just saying there's no other way. I don't know. There's other way, or you can tell me what's the other way. I don't see no other way. Just with that, I'd rather have no input anybody else in this storyline. Not even fucking Jericho. Keep Jericho away from any stories of this type.
Just keep Jericho away from TV. Period. You know me. I just don't care. Jericho, the learning tree has done nothing for this show. The show's already been rough enough to watch as it is. And then you put the learning tree stuff on there, which is some of the worst stuff on television. So you basically just say, hey, you know what we should do to try to make worse better? Let's just make it worse.
And Russell was saying, building Swerve up, then beating Sheldon. Now Hernandez again comes in with Bobby. Now Swerve loses, doesn't have Hudson is going to NW.
I don't think they're going NWO route. I think again they just started, and that's I think Shelton taking an L already was difficult. I think it was a tough situation because again, Shelton. I don't think Shelton was ever going to beat Swerve. Would it have been cool to see? Would it have been a shocker? Probably. But I can't see Swerve taking an L, especially coming fresh off a Hangman friggin' loss. I can't see him really losing to Shelton Benjamin.
I don't know where they're going with that story, to be honest. I just don't know. It's not intriguing to me. The only way it could have been intriguing that night, yesterday, I don't know if you paid attention to how after the whole beating, they delayed and they were just going, hey, I'm going this way, and then I was waiting. I was literally waiting for her to say, "Who am I?" Keith. I was waiting for that. That would have been awesome.
It'd have been a nice little twist in this freaking thing. Something,
Yeah.
There's got to be something in here that you can either spice this up, or you just got to not commit to it anymore.
It's just bad booking.
It's tough.
It's bad booking. It's just like,
you're
not really giving us a story for us to be invested. I don't feel invested in this. I know people feel like, I
love Cole and I love MJF, but I'm with you. I just can't get behind it.
And the same with Swerve and fucking Bobby. I am not behind it either. I'm just like,
what can I say? I want to know where the Hurt Syndicate stuff is, and again, because it's still just so young. It's just like it's only been on TV for like what, 3 weeks or something like that. Like
it just feel like too rushed.
Yeah, it's just I don't think they even know where they want to go with it.
That's what I feel. Let's see.
I don't know how MVP is going to let that fly. The Hurt Syndicate basically just coming over to AEW and doing jack squat. Yeah, I don't see it flying well.
Let's see. And then when MJ cut a promo, then he said if Adam Cole or Roderick Strong were another team person, MJ full gear, they never. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he did say that, but it was a tie. Tony Khan was going to say different though. Danny Hunkins said no.
Yeah, they just said 3 matches. That was it.
Why is Cole out of it?
3 matches to get in there, and that was it.
Yes, he lost. Yeah, he's out because he lost to GETCHO. So he lost legitimately.
It was a lose-lose situation. You're either pinning your international champion 2 weeks in a row, or you're freaking basically taking the main focus of the entire MJF story with freaking Cole and taking that portion out of it.
Yeah. Let's see, MVP factions don't work in TNA, WWE now. AEW is. Do you feel like?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's hard. Rusty, it's a hard question.
I don't think so, because like MVP seems like the kind of guy that could just always just continuously make stables, and people are gonna freaking enjoy them. But it's gonna be that whole what does creative do with them? That's the thing. And outside of like Lashley feuding with Swerve, which is an interesting way, Swerve's going out there calling himself the baddest man in AEW. But now he's in there with the Almighty. It's a pretty intriguing way to go about it. What a way to, bring Bobby Lashley in by beating Swerve. But, it's just.
I mean, the only thing I can say, Redeemer, in this one is once Ring of Honor has their own television, I'd rather book them in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And have them develop there. I think Bobby Lashley will fit well in the main title contention. Yeah. And I think they can really do something with that. And I feel like they could go somewhere with that. And I can't see it at Dynamite. They're too overwhelmed with a lot of talent on Dynamite. Yeah. And they don't use Collision or Rampage enough to build even those stories. It's just overwhelming. It's just too much. It's not invested. Like, okay, you give me Swerve the story. Okay, what's it happen? Swerve loses. What else? Another rematch. Second one, you will have to join us. You'll be our butler type of style. Like, boring. Sorry, it's boring.
Yeah,
like it sucks for Swerve because he's a former champion and he's at this situation.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I just don't like it.
Speaking of, former champion, we got the current AEW world champion. Like we just talked about the Moxley stuff. It's just not working. It's not working. It's just not going nowhere. Moxley's in this just repetitive circle of just saying the same things. It's not convincing. You're out here saying we're here to take over. You're not taking over anything. You're trying to use the undercard people as the defenders of AEW at first. Why? Who cares? It's not going to work. You haven't gotten people to invest in like Top Flight, the current iteration of Dark Order, whoever the hell else you just drag out there and go, yeah, they're defending AEW against the evil BCC. Like, it's not working. It's not. Moxley coming out here repeating himself every freaking week. It's not working. Like, you basically clickbaited everybody by saying Moxley's going to take over the TBS Superstation. They didn't do a fucking thing. They basically did the same thing they've been doing for weeks, showing up at the arena, beating people up, and then leaving. That's all they do. Every single week. Same damn thing.
Yeah. I'll get into much shortly, but I want to answer
Yeah.
for
I'm with that. I
can't
wait for Julia.
I like those
that's
promos.
amazing.
One thing I didn't like about AEW was the promo.
Yes.
Like Julia from was it Collision last week? That
Yeah,
we
it was
saw?
Collision last week.
Yeah, and that was awesome. I think it was a great way for her to introduce her back. Like, oh, like
Yep.
Come
Just
home. I
chef's
love
kiss.
that. Awesome. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for Julia to come back. And that's so exciting. That promo, I really enjoyed. Jamie Hayter's promo. What is she saying to come back home? Is it the women's title? I don't know what it is. Maybe it could be that. I don't know. Mariah May may be in jeopardy. I don't see. But it just Redeemer or Nothing is like the one in the middle of us. Titties. Everywhere. Shout out to fucking Renee Paquette because she had a hold and what was her name? A Hardy Cameron.
Yeah.
Man, I was just that's
great.
Can we say that was really more?
That's basically the definition of what that segment was.
Fuck yeah, and they're booked for Saturday, but
they're literally just like, hey, all right, let's go backstage to the damn segment.
Good to see her around. I was like, at least they're making something with her. At least,
right.
And there's something going with for, Mariah May for that belt. Hopefully, there's something they're making investing. I don't know what Jamie Hayter's intentions is, TBS or anything else. I just don't see it. The promos were great.
They got the ball with her already.
Yeah, she took it. I mean, I know she took it a long time, but
she had to drop the title. She had to basically forced to drop the title because she was hurt. She finally comes back. They put her on a fucking pre-show instead of on a main show in front of people, and now she's basically just been thrown in these little side feuds. She's basically doing side quests right now. And it's why? What am I supposed to back here? Yeah, she had the match with freaking Penelope Ford, and I think Penelope Ford is great because even she was on this show, and I like Penelope Ford, but what does that do for Jamie Hayter? Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. And then it's and then we saw Penelope Ford, Britt Baker, great matchup, great counter. But yeah, Penelope has been improving. Everything great. Seeing Serena, seeing
the professor.
Professor coming out. Cool.
Just me, or did it look like Britt just didn't care?
It seems like she doesn't care, man. I'm telling you,
she's so unenthused to be on this show at all anymore. She just looks so uninterested to be there.
She looks unhappy. She feels like there's no story. There really isn't. That's what I'm saying. There's a problem. That's what I'm saying. You're too overstacked. You can't book the right direction or adding an hour to your show. If Dynamite was added for 3 hours, I wouldn't mind it. I think it would have worked. I think it will work. I feel like it gives an opportunity to tell stories. Collision, if you add another hour, why not? I mean, if you're getting running Rampage or adding Shockwave, cool. That's fine. But there has to be, that's the problem here. That's why they feel like.
I mean, me, I'm not big on Britt. I'm very iffy. I'm very 50-50 on her. But I feel bad for her in this situation.
It's not her fault. I don't blame her though. It's not her fault.
Bad for her. She's literally just on this show. This is the woman that basically was the top of the women's division for the longest time. Yes. Do I think she was overpushed? Yes. Do I think it was obvious she was going to be the golden girl of the division? Yes. But do I think that she's got the absolute shaft so far? You're damn right. The woman came back and everybody was super fucking pumped. And what has happened since then? She had that one match with Mercedes and now it's all gone to freaking shit again.
Sky Blues. Yeah, I know.
Right?
We'll
Sky
see.
out still, which sucks.
I know. I see Harley Mina Bros.
Oh my God.
Rusty, I wouldn't mind that. Respectfully.
Indubitably.
Oh, there you go. We got it. There you go. Yes, there you go.
There we go.
We got number 87.
Damn, we're
gonna hit 90 today.
Oh damn.
I'm gonna let Dom and Wendy and everybody. Well, actually, tomorrow for the SmackDown watch long. Hopefully.
Oh man, we can get it close.
Let's see. Is it Rusty saying? I'm with you on that. Let's see. She's a top female.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Let's see. Rampage time to talk needs to be like. Yes, I agree with you, Rusty, with that. Like
Yes.
I agree.
I never understood why that wasn't the case to begin with, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Danny Hopkins said Brandon and Adam Cole broke up too. Cole said they're still friends, but it must be awkward as fuck. I'm saying, and because they work together.
Yeah, I understand. I would understand that. It's probably, like if that was literally just recent, they really haven't had any time, either one of them, to cope. And that sucks. Why do we care if people get beat up if they haven't been on TV? Exactly. How are you supposed to even get behind the people like Top Flight? And I love Top Flight. I do. I really like Top Flight. I like the Dark Order. I like all those guys that Moxley, basically beat up week after week after week. Standing up for AEW. I like those guys, but how can you like fully get behind them to be like, yeah, they can absolutely protect AEW from these guys? That's not convincing.
Mm-hmm.
Not convincing.
Yeah, and he's saying that the fan trying to go back to Roman during that promo.
I laugh at that. That's actually hysterical.
You know why? Okay, Danny Hawkins. Where were they? They were in Connecticut. Where is WWE founded in?
Yeah, it's so funny as shit though that they said that.
They're fucking founded in Connecticut.
And you can tell like the crowd was dead for it. The crowd was dead. They didn't care about Moxley repeating himself. They didn't even actually give a damn about Orange Cassidy. No, and it's like people love Orange Cassidy, but that promo just did not help get people to want to back Orange Cassidy enough. Like you could hear that guy scream, "Go back to Roman." It was so loud because the crowd was silent.
Yeah, it's just like I've been saying, like it just marketing is a problem. They're not really giving. Okay, you're listening at least to us saying, like you and I saying about booking other venues. Try it, smaller venues, something. Well, not smaller venues, but different venues, right? But their marketing has always been a problem. They're not saying what is the next week matchup or televised on TBS or TNT. Make sure you guys tune in and like, buy your tickets now. There's nothing of marketing of it for people to go, hey, let me buy my ticket. All of it, like there was nothing.
Right.
It's like I feel like he's like really just shitting it out the rest of the year. Whatever, I don't give a shit. I got money, whatever. You got money, but when your daddy runs out of money, what's gonna happen there? When your daddy's gone, God forbid. I'm like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna be in charge or anything? No, I don't feel like you can't. You're barely in charge of something,
right?
This is like, come on. It's like,
yeah.
But I feel like the promos and Dynamite were better than to give us more invested than besides the matches. It's just because there was no storytelling in the matches. Nothing towards it. Besides, I mean, you're barely giving. Tell me if I'm wrong on this one, and I want to hear your thoughts. The main event was the House of Black and FTR.
Yes.
Thank God, House of Black won.
Thank God is right.
But tell me, did they get us invested knowing? And we saw it. Remember, we did the watch long for Collision. Did we get invested to see what were they going to do with that and how they're going to go with it? And like, okay, but you announced the matches, right? But you didn't say, you didn't give a story to it. Hey, we're going to beat you. We're going to those tag team titles. I didn't get none of that. Like,
now it's come down to the part where Tony has to either commit to House of Black and give them the tag team titles, or nobody's going to be convinced. And I think that's the situation that they've kind of put themselves in. Is Tony's kind of, he's done so little with House of Black. And, a lot of people really love House of Black, but it's like, again, it's cool. They're in the tag team title scene right now. But again, how do you get behind it? How do you get behind it right now? And like, yeah, I want them to win the tag team titles. I do. Like that's your way to do. Like, I feel like that has to happen. If they don't do it, I'm just going to keep hoping and wishing that fucking House of Black just leaves. I want them all to leave at that point because, again, AEW has done them no favors.
Jericho tries WWE about his gimmicks, which was great, but to me, his gimmicks are horrible.
Yeah, they're terrible.
For some reason, I feel like Orange beating Moxley, then Christian cashing.
I mean, we've been talking about Christian cashing in, and it I still think it fits better. And again, this was a debatable one that we had the last time we said this, but I feel like, again, you build Darby up to beat Moxley. Darby beats Moxley, and as soon as that happens, Christian freaking takes advantage of that. So that way not only is Darby beat Moxley, now Darby has to beat Christian. And Christian losing to Darby and having Darby beat Christian honestly helps Darby big time.
I'm with you on that. I feel like that's gonna happen. I'm still with you. Your story. I feel like that's the best way to do that. Mm-hmm. I'm still with you. Logan saying, right. I think send Mina Shirakawa signs with WWE, and if Mira Shirakawa signs with WWE, I'm surprised if this happening. I know,
right?
House of Black needs Julia. I am with you too.
Yes,
I can't wait to see that happening.
Yes,
let's see. I thought Black versus Cole was Black last. No, it wasn't.
It felt like it, honestly.
No, remember he put it in social media. I'm not going nowhere. Blah blah. He's not.
I say that though. It definitely felt like it because I look at that and I go, man, he's just frustrated of his booking. But right? I'm sorry. I apologize. Again, do you blame him? Do you blame him though? I don't.
I don't blame him either.
I don't either. Malachi came in, and the first thing he did was feud with Cody. And sadly, he didn't win that feud either. And that sucks.
Yeah, let's see. AEW fans are blamed for marketing issues. Cody tried to host game shows, reality shows to bring non-authority, but fans. I agree with you on that one, Hio. That one I do agree, because he did do that. If we go back and look at the history when Cody was there, he did do that. I am with you. What are you saying? Oh, God, you mentioned this man. Here he is. Here we go. You guys must not be watching when they're marketing these two matches in advance.
That doesn't
doesn't mean anything, Bakley.
You can advertise fucking 7 matches in like 3 weeks ahead before it even happens. You know what? You didn't give me enough story to freaking get behind that freaking matchup. I don't care.
Yes, Bakley. And here you go.
He's a man.
A soulless man.
God, you
fucking mark.
I want to tell you that. That's all I wanted to say. You're full of shit, Bakley. Yes, we love you. We love you too.
AEW fans are to blame for the marketing issues. Cody tried to host game shows and reality shows to bring notoriety, but the fans rejected everything that felt like WWE. Yeah, it's true. You can't try. The AEW is at a state where if you try to do anything that made them feel like you're bringing WWE into their freaking center, like into their circle, they were gonna freaking shit all over it. Now they're at a state where it's like you're trying to at least not do that, but you're still not giving enough, it feels like.
See, even Danny Huckins right here telling Bakley, it's not about the length of the time they make match announcements. It's about TK not telling enough story to get us invested into their roster. Bakley said, I disagree because I feel like they're done a great job lately booking. Get the fuck out of here. Man, get the fuck out of here. There is plenty of story. All right, you know what? No, because if I get you started,
there is
going to be another hour. Bakley, I don't want to hear your ass.
I'll just say that. I'll put it that way. There is a lot of stories, but they're not convincing enough. They're not intriguing. A lot of them are not. Like, you can say, "Oh, it's a story. It's a story." Like, yeah, they're gonna tell this whole thing about, oh, like, I'll use the Christian Hook thing for example. Oh yeah, Christian is responsible for taking out friggin' Taz, even though we understand why Taz is actually out because he had to go get freaking, surgery done on something. But other ways, you're using Christian as the reason why why Christian is, or Taz is out. Hook wants revenge for that. Fine, I understand it. But do I give a shit? No, because you know why? I'm not convinced that Hook's gonna beat Christian. A. B. Why the fuck would I believe that when they have never given me a goddamn reason to believe that Hook is going to go anywhere else but the FTW title scene and or lower to jobber scene?
Exactly. Let's see. How does the Stories not have a vegan cereal? You're right. Hey, Heo, I love that. I love that. Oh my God.
Vegisaurus.
Vegisaurus.
Oh God, no. Nope. That's the one.
Vegisaurus. Oh my God. I love that one, Heo. That's awesome.
You just turn into a brand new Sesame Street character.
Sony's queen. What are you gonna say? You can't say they're marketing matches when they haven't giving you the story on a silver platter.
Yeah, but again, you can give me everything on a silver platter, but if it ain't fucking convincing or if it ain't edible, guess what? You can take that shit right back.
Yes, basically, it is not like you can see it how you see it. You're more than welcome. That's your opinion, but I just don't. I'm marketing style. Tell me if you've seen commercials coming up next week in AEW. Oh yeah, hey, make sure you guys tune in. Dynamite. This is what happening. Right. Tell me, show me, and then what's up?
You can give me 50 commercials that says coming up on AEW Dynamite or coming up on Collision. Like,
tell me the story, like how Redeemer's saying. Tell me the story. Yeah.
Hook versus Christian at Full Gear. It's not surprising, to be honest with you.
Of course, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Let's see. The Dark Order haven't been relevant since Brother Lee was a group. Why we're supposed to be believing the evil?
Exactly. They treated the Dark Order so bad. Like, look at that. Look at how they lost all their members. They've basically been relegated to ROH. It's disappointing. How are you supposed to believe that can stop BCC?
Okay. No, don't worry, Russ. We're about to close it out too right now. Don't even worry about it. Let's see.
They did those commercials last night. See, again, did it give me a reason to care for most of them? No.
Vaguely, when they do those commercials, do they do it every, or this is like the first commercial they've been doing?
Really did the commercial where they talked about fucking Moxley taking over the TBS Superstation. Guess what? That didn't happen. Fucking clickbait, false advertisement, if you want.
Vaguely, still gotta tell you, bro.
You fucking mark.
We love you though, Bakley.
I still love you, even though you're my piece of shit. But I still love you.
Yeah, but like overall, like I said, I feel like there was still something that I enjoyed. That I say I enjoyed this show for the most part, but there was still just so much that I mean,
besides City Mania and for promos, but what else can we enjoy?
Yeah, there's bits and pieces of this show that are good. Like I said, it's just I don't know. I feel like I gave this show just the slightest, and like when I say slightest, like this much of a pass. It just edged itself over the line just enough to say it's a passable show, but there's still a lot of freaking negatives on this show.
It's just like for me, like I said, for me, has always been the problem is when you're booking a pay-per-view, you need to tell us the stories. I get it. You're focusing on one or two or three, but you're booking like 10 fucking almost 12 matches.
Yeah.
You're not giving us stories. Why? You have 3 platforms to tell us that, but I don't it's barely been told in one. I mean, all 3. Yeah. I mean, one of them been told out of the whatever matches it booked. The other 2 is just random matches. Oh, yeah, you're going to have this tonight. Cool. But you're not telling us why. You're not telling us. Like, it's fine. I'm not saying it's not wrong to book random matches. But in order to develop your audiences marketing style to buy your pay-per-view, to why they should buy it, like, so if you can't put it in the 2-hour show on Wednesday, you got an hour on Friday, you got 2 hours on Saturday, you can figure out how to do that.
Right.
There has, and the monthlies that you have, there's enough time to figure that out. That's what I'm saying. The problem here is the leniency. That has to stop. He has to buzz the pop-up venue here, unfortunately.
Yes.
He'll be like, no, I need you here, I need you here, I need you here for this story, and why. Like, that's it. It's so simple. Just say you need him for this, just tell a story. It won't be boring if you tell it, like, I'm not saying do it consistently, but do it to a point to be like, damn, I need to tune in what's going to happen here. Like, have us
last night. Consistency is what we need to see more of on this show, where it's consistently just getting better. And again, it does not feel like it's getting better. Like, I just feel like we're just throwing shit at the wall. We put the whole show on cruise control. You took the money and run, and that's it.
I feel like Tony Khan should book pay-per-views and someone else. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah, the pay-per-views do hit. You're right. But again, like, the story's building up to a pay-per-view. Like, you want more people to get invested in your pay-per-view. Give them more intriguing stories to want to sit down and watch this pay-per-view. If you're going to load this show up with 10 to 12 matches and freaking, like, only 2 of them are freaking convincing story-wise, how are you supposed to really be like, man, I can't wait to go sit down and watch this 4.5-hour pay-per-view?
See, Cage, he told Bakley, it's like the Rod's Baywatch movie was marketed to that doesn't make any good of a film.
Right?
I guess I agree just to disagree.
Listen,
because I love the book.
I don't. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to.
You love the matches, asshole.
If you liked, like I said, if you liked the show, I'm not gonna try to be like, how dare you like the show? Okay, like, that's fine. As I said, this is just my take. Okay, this is just our takes right here.
That's right.
Show just is not intriguing.
Let's see. All in Artist holds 46,000 seats for more than season. We'll see. If Rusty, if you get there, I am curious, and please send us pictures because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Let's see something that
wasn't being done months ago.
We'll see next year. I agree.
We'll see.
What else can we touch on Dynamite before we close it out?
Again, like I said, I give it just the slightest pass because there was, I think, just a little bit of enough. And that's basically wrestling wise. I feel like that gave the show enough of enough of a pass. But again, there's just so much inconsistency story wise, like for investment, that it's just I feel bad. And again, I want AEW to succeed, but I don't want them to just basically be like, again, taking the money and running, being like, basically insulting our intelligence kind of shit. Like, it's the whole, like, just, yes, where Tony will go out there and say, yeah, everything is fine, everything's great. Clearly it's not. Your audience is dwindling, your viewership is dwindling, your freaking investment, you're not telling stories enough to get people to want to come back and freaking see this stuff. And that's your problem, Tony. You need to fix this shit, and you need to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, and just like how Danny's saying here, like, I agree with that too. He can stop with that JD from New York. He's like, I am the only one who finds hilarious at TK. No, you're not the only one. I find it hilarious. It's stupid. Like, for me, I find it's like, wow. You're debating with the guy that, I mean, we hear, like I said, we're professional wrestling analysts. We don't.
He's an analyst. I consider JD an analyst. I'm maybe on the other side of the fence for everybody else. That man gets
he is. I'm with you.
He gets a lot of flack for a lot of freaking reasons, and you can consider it justified if you want. Like, I'm a listener of JD. Okay.
No, he's a great guy. I should love his show. And
shouts to him, shouts to House of Glory as well. Like, I listen to his show. Like, I mostly agree with a lot of shit he says because, like, he's 99% correct with it.
I agree.
It's insane. Like, he is spot on with it. And like I love it. He's just that damn good with it, and he calls it out like he sees it, and that's how we do it over here too. You know, we call it how we see it, and it's like, again, you don't have to agree with it. It's just, you know, I want to see more from this show. That I want to feel that feeling of AEW in those first few years. We were all so excited, and the show felt like freaking just something fresh, and now it just feels like it's just there anymore.
Yeah, because if we could say that the first 3 year and a half was great. It's just like after that, it kind of like was dying out. Like it was just overwhelming. Like I get it. Like I'm not, of course, he has the money, of course. Like I said, I'm not hating on the talent to sign or go over there. Not hating on that. No, none of the hate. It just, if you want to be an attraction to an audience and be relevant, you have to say a story that, hey, cool, get us invested.
Yes.
Like I'm not with you. Nobody bad or the talent that's not what we do here. What we really do is, like how you said, we analyze the situation. Where is it that marketing style, audience wise, everything else, like to get us invested, like fix something for us to be like, yeah, we could tune in every day, every week, and be like, yeah, we still tune in. But it's just like, we want everyone to do well on television,
right?
That's what we all wish for. It's
for wrestling fans. We want to see these companies fucking succeed, but when you don't basically give us a reason to want to come back and watch, that's all we ask for. Really, is just make us have a reason to be excited to come back to watch. Because when you give us shows, we show up and just kind of like watch it and go, man, this is a freaking terror to get through. That's not something good you want. We've dealt with enough of that WWE wise. We sat through WWE for years of just just nonsensical fucking booking and slogs of shows that just dragged on and been like, was this over yet? Like, remember those 3-hour Raws we'd sit through, and it would be so freaking bad that it would be like, and it would only be like an hour in. We'd be like, oh my God, we still have 2 hours of this shit left. Like, we've dealt with that enough. And now AEW is in a situation where, again, yes, they can be telling stories, but they're not giving you a reason to want to tune back into the show. They're basically chasing their audience away, and that's not a good look.
Amen, brother. You said it right. Let's see. Russ is saying Jaguars moving to the city soon. They might go back.
That would be wild.
To fund AEW. An example of a good story. I can tell you a story about Roman and Solo are feuding, and I can tell you everything. That lead up to the story of 3 years. Can't do that for any story. No, I know.
Yeah.
I get you, Hugh. I get you. I want to see the House of Black.
Agreed.
Me too.
1,000%.
I am so
WWE booked House of Black would be so intriguing. I mean, all 4 of them.
See, TK is slowly turning into VKM minus that. Yeah, that's what we're afraid of.
That is the most accurate depiction right there.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Literally, it's been said from multiple people that Tony feels like Vince minus the allegations. It just feels like he's booking the show for himself and basically telling us to go fuck ourselves at this point.
That's what it seems like. And then, like, it sucks because we are fans. We want to get invested into the story for all of them. It's just, all we want to hear everybody get their television time and get a great professional wrestling storytelling and matches. That's all we want. We want all the above for everyone. We're not here to hate on saying all this. No, we want them to do great. Like that's all we ask for. Is we're not here to give negativity towards the talent. We're here giving negativity to the person who runs behind the scenes of it. To book the talent that you have that are so incredibly so great, book them better. That's all we wish for them, is for better for their talent, for your employees. That's all we wish for. Is we're not here to wish for nothing bad and like, oh, they suck that episode. The numbers have gone up. Shut the fuck up.
Last night, listen, one night does not count.
No, one night basically does not count because they're heading into none of that. It's enough.
It's because they went up from last week does not mean anything.
Oh God, you're becoming a.
What's going to happen? If next week and they go down? the numbers have gone up thing is going to be null and void.
Guard, I'm gonna start calling you fucking Bakley Seltzer. Fuck, you're getting paid under the table for them. That's what it is. It's been no. I can show you. I can show you
going up for weeks.
I can show you. I can show you Bakley.
Listen, last week they drew their lowest rating ever in the history of the show. Okay,
they lost to NXT, so I can show you that. All right, Bakley Seltzer. So shut the fuck up. So I don't want to hear that shit. He's like, I'm just being blunt. Well, you're being blunt, but not honest. That's weird. I can tell you that.
Well,
let's see. Okay, I used to get not get. See, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. Tell him.
And that sucks. I hate seeing that freaking thing where it's just like you had 1 million viewers and now you're barely pulling in 600,000. Like, it's rough.
Now this is what we have for coming up tomorrow, folks. For
look at that
Rampage and Collision. So it looks like Rampage. We have Ricochet versus Dante Martin. We have Mark Briscoe versus Ari Daivari. We have Layla Gray versus Hikaru Shida. We have Rocky Romero versus Commander. We have La Facción in action. Saturday we do have Teddy Mania running wild. Chi-Chi's Mania.
What a
Mary
fucking match.
Kawa versus Harley Cameron. We got Johnny TV versus Daniel Garcia. That's right, the dancing.
Oh, bro. And there's Daniel. Yeah, damn.
We have the Acclaim versus La Facción. Of course, these will go over to Nobles for the last spot. And we're not here to give spoilers, and I don't even know what the spoilers are because I didn't read on it.
Yeah.
If you guys know, you guys will go over ahead and comment it, but I'm not. I already see the matches.
Right.
This is the last spot for Full Gear, that Fatal 4-Way. The main event for Collision, the rematch for a no DQ rubber match. Of course, Mariah May defending the AEW World Women's Championship versus Anna Jay. It was a great matchup, the first one that we saw.
Yes, it was.
It was. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
So there's a no DQ match, and now they're should be good.
Should be good to see. We don't know yet, but all we know is that he might be leaving.
We haven't heard any news about him since he, kind of disappeared.
See, yet you fault to mention how bad booking was before they wised up and get them.
Yeah.
I am not gonna argue with you, Bailey, because
he's got a point, but
No, he does have a point. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying is you're not wrong what you're saying, Bailey. It's just the storytelling is the one is the problem.
Yeah.
That's it.
It needs something.
It needs something.
It just like I said, it just feels like this most of the time for the week, the show feels like a slog to get through. But I will say this: these two cards right here, I don't watch Rampage like really at all. I like I said, I used to watch Collision religiously. I occasionally pop in and out on the show. Collision looks like a solid card. I will say that. Rampage even looks like a solid card. Like I get the show is there for those that want to watch it, and it's there for certain people, to enjoy it. And if you enjoy it, that's cool. Like I'm not gonna dump all over you for liking Rampage. It's how it is. It's 1 hour of a show that you get a little bit extra AEW. Here you go. Not bad. Like, this card looks solid. They both look solid, so I'll give them that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing. But folks, before we get out here, fucking Bakley, stop arguing. You guys expect things to go back to back. No, we're not expecting that. It's a Bakley. We're saying a roller coaster. Like, okay, keep it consistent, but it doesn't have to be every week. It has to be there. You remember, if you're gonna sell us a pay-per-view to buy on fucking pay-per-view, tell me why to do it. Not last week. Not the last week towards it. No. Give me a reason to buy it. That's what I'm saying. I get your point, Bakley. I'm just saying to give us a story for us to be like, yeah, I can't wait to order this pay-per-view because I'm excited. Go ahead, book it. That's what I'm saying. That's it. I'm not saying it has to be every story every week. No. Book a roller coaster. Book it every other one. Book 2 or 3 that you're telling. Doing regular matches. Yeah. But do it ahead of time, being prior, at least 4 weeks, 5 weeks before the pay-per-view for us to get invested.
I mean, look at it this way. From year one, year 2, and then year 3, and then to where we are now, like 4 and 5. Like after like the first few years, the show is night and day. Like right now, the first few years, amazing for AEW. Right now, they're definitely hitting a slope. And just like Danny Huckins said, like literally the issue is TK going on interviews and saying everything's okay. It's clearly obvious everything in AEW is not okay. Your viewership is dropping, your freaking audience is dropping, and you're not doing anything to fix that. You're basically just trying to, bring in ex-WWE guys to cover up that fact, to be like, look, we brought this person in and we're doing all this other stuff, like to just be like, it just feels like to hide it. Right now you're just accepting. It feels like I said, feels like they're accepting the money that they're getting from this brand new TV deal, and they're just putting the show on cruise control. And they're just like, don't worry, nobody's going to be bad because you know why? AEW is doing everything correctly. And it's like, well, that's not true, Tony. You got to open your eyes and realize your show is in trouble right now.
Yeah, but this man doesn't agree. They like always.
Listen, like I said, I listen, Bakley, he's got his takes, and I don't disagree with his takes. I love the takes he comes up with.
Yeah. But but Bakley, it's not about you. It's about the audiences. Remember that. It's not about us. It's about the audiences. It's like I get what you're saying. The point is to get the. You have to look at it behind the scenes, Bakley. It doesn't have to be what you see in the front. It's behind. How to help this company to get where they need to get at for the last 5 years is what we're discussing about. Again, it's not about what you're saying.
Yeah, it's again, you said they've been giving us a reason for weeks. Yes, they've been giving us a reason, but it's not intriguing enough for a reason.
Exactly. That's what we're saying. Let's see.
That's it. What Booker do you know says they aren't okay?
Oh God, any Booker. But I'm intrigued.
A lot of people have been saying it, Bakley.
I'm intrigued to see how this is going to be booked. No, we're out of here too, Rusty. Good night. We love you guys. Rusty, I want to invite you to the show one day. If you're down to come with us,
please do, bro.
You're more than welcome to come and join us. I want to hear. We can talk about it with you.
Oh, yeah.
And I am so. You're more welcome to come by. Let me know. Message me directly. And we will talk about that. We could book it. We could definitely go through it. But that's it, folks. We are now done for this evening. We've been here for almost 4 hours. Well, yeah, but we did it for you guys because, like I said, we do it here once a week.
Always.
Of covering everything around the world of professional wrestling. I know we didn't have the chance to cover everything around the world, but we're here to listen, for all our audio platform listeners. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do it now. And you see how we answer, we respond to everybody. Absolutely. We're not one of those guys like, oh yeah, and we're not. No, we appreciate all of you fans and everybody that tunes in and watches us around the world and listen to us around the world internationally. Like if you have a YouTube, subscribe to us. You have a question, here, answer it, and we will ask the question. We'll answer it for you here on live every Thursday, any day of the week. Here's on Mondays here for Raw Dogging, Dom De Niro and Friends with Benefits. You got Tuesdays with the Redeemer here and Mr. Soulless Man Queen. Yes.
Much Lord Soulless Agenda.
That's right. And we have Wednesdays now moving forward, coming up. We will have, AEW Dynamite with Tim King and the Redeemer. Tim King hosting that. Thursday nights here we have, and that same Wednesday, my apologies. After that, you have GETCHO Live as well with Just and Vince. They'll be doing that every time. What did Bakley say? Because I want to.
He said Soulless King with an agenda. I thought you had no agenda. I thought the Soulless King with an agenda. I thought you were just Lord Soulless Agenda. Your agenda is to be soulless.
Your agenda is to be soulless.
But now you're just royalty in the process.
Yes, you're unroyalty because you're gonna be taken away from that belt, and you're now the queen of unqueen. That's what it is. I just wanted to say that, basically, because jeez, I'm tired of this fucking shit.
Let's go.
So Wednesdays as well. You have 2 shows on Wednesdays. You have Dynamite Watch Along. You have and you have Get Your Podcast right after the show. Tune in with them. They're on live and also listen to their audio platforms. Thursdays here, you can find us here on Thursdays. Fridays, now coming up this tomorrow, Friday. If you're listening to this, I know the same day on Friday, we'll be having the SmackDown watch along.
Yes.
It was Kayla and the Redeemer and friends, whoever is going to come and tag along. They will be watching SmackDown watch along here until further notice. And of course, Saturdays. This Saturday, don't forget this Saturday, folks, a 5-year anniversary of Top Rope Wrestling Talk coming to you live. And once they finish, you can go to World Elite Podcast. They will be hosting the live watch along for the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. Tune into them.
Yes.
And yeah, so we're here pretty much 6 days a week for all of you guys. I know the holidays are coming up, but we're filling in everything for you guys to enjoy on audio platforms and video. For all, once again, internationally, thank you everybody for listening to us. Shout out to everybody for all over the world in Europe, for all over the world in Asia, Japan, everybody all over in Brazil, Colombia, everywhere, UK, Australia. Thank you all, guys. You guys really get us going, and we've been here at this network for a long time for all of you guys. And you got to thank this man, Redeemer, because he's the one to keep us going. He's like, stop smoking that bad juju, Ivan. I'm always thinking, king of my.
I love you, bro.
Yeah, that juju. I love you too, but your juju is too much. It's too much bullshit. Yeah. This is what kind
of shit is that?
That's what it is to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look at that last one right there. Smash that like button, everyone. We love all of y'all.
Let's see. Yeah, smash the button. Yep. Yes, that's right. That's right. And Doja Debate as well. We'll be having you again here soon. I was a little crazy over SmackDown, but probably you guys are gonna. No. Tomorrow, Danny, they're gonna be here doing the watch along. Saturday.
Come hang out with us tomorrow.
Yep. Saturday will be
later tonight, I should say.
Yeah. Later tonight, because we're in the Eastern and Western
East Coast,
West Coast. But Saturday there'll be your Top Rope before the main event starts for that Netflix. Then that's our family friend World Elite. They're going to be hosting that. We'll be going over there with them and enjoying with them and seeing the fight to see if we see any WWE stars showing up. So we'll see what happens.
Right.
That's let's see.
I put it in through his YouTube account. Look at you, Rusty.
I appreciate you very much, brother. Thank you.
Bro.
You are the man. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Being supportive. Thank you very much. But man, it is that time, folks, and you know what time it is. But we do it all for you it's America.
Fuck yeah! Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah!
Boom. Boom, baby. Because it's all been
shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Oh, let me tell you something, that Biggie Joey here.
Because how we do
in the conglomeration, baby. That's right. Because we're about to.
That's right.
Discombobulation.
Discombobulation of nothing but
Miss Parker.
Oh, we love Miss Parker.
No, we do love Miss Parker. That's right. But you already know. It's that time, folks.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Well, Redeemer, let people know where they can find you. And you besides here. Let's see. Oh,
word of the day is coronation. I love it. Good job, Bakley. Well, everybody, if you want to find your Redeemer, Instagram, Facebook, In Time Wrestling Podcast, at JustinTime211 on X, Twitter, if you want to still call it Twitter. Either way, find the In Time Wrestling Podcast, listen to old episodes. Show is going to sadly still be on the sidelines for now because the Redeemer is focusing on COD.
Well, you're a host here.
Absolutely, right?
You're a host here. It's your show.
Yes.
Yeah, my show is your show.
As I'm going to be focusing on COD right now. But other than that, you can find me here on this channel Monday nights for Raw Dogging with Dom and friends with benefits. Tuesday night, NXT Watch Along. Wednesday nights for the AEW Watch Along now. Thursday nights for the flagship show over here on Circle of Debate. Fridays for the SmackDown Watch Along and any other watch alongs for pay-per-view /PLEs if you're WWE. You know, I will be there. You know, they don't call me the newly christened Mr. Every fucking night for nothing, okay? The grind is real over here.
That's right. It's a grind all day, every day, every day. Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's right. But you already know, folks. We appreciate you guys for tuning in here. All the audio platform listeners are listening to us around the world. Thank you guys for keeping us up there. All whatever platform you listen to us, on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts or iHeartRadio. You guys could keep us going. And pretty soon, you know, hopefully XM Radio. We'll see. But until then, folks, you already know. Come tune in tomorrow for the SmackDown Watch Along. And it's going to be something for Kayla, for our writer, Chaos Queen, and the Redeemer and friends are going to be having. And Saturday night, of course, with the return of Top Rope Wrestling Top 5th Anniversary. You do not want to miss that. I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's 5 years. And then right after that, go to World Elite Podcast. They'll be hosting the main event for the Netflix show of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Ooh. And, of course, Sundays we're off. But then from there, we'll be back for Monday, Raw. Yes. But until then, folks, we'll see you. I appreciate you, my bro. See you. Okay.
Appreciate you, Danny.
Thank you so much. Until the folks, you already know, we don't just do podcasting, music, sports, everything else. We make history. But other than that, we got to end it with the Wendy bye.
COD too sweet.
Too sweet. Until then,
3, 2, 1. Bye.
Will over and over make over and over history over and over and over and over.